Game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Todd.
Cross your legs, honey. Let's get out of this inning.
Hahn.
I didn't know you were a screamer.
And Rosenberg.
Happy Jewish New Year, not Newish Jew Year.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Todd, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
301 in the big city with Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number. You want to get on the lines early. Man, yesterday was a busy phone day, and I thought we got to a ton of calls. And so we rack them up, and we'll get to them. We'll talk with you. We got a lot to talk about today. Jeff Passan's going to join us. What time for Jeff Passan?
4, I believe.
4. Oh, so in an hour.
Yeah,
Jeff
right
Passan.
out of the box.
He just got a nap, basically, after what we saw last night.
Wow.
I've been joking, like, saying...
Why passing today? That's interesting.
You know, right? But actually, it was a good call by our producer, Anthony Busick, who brought it up yesterday as if he knew there would be an epic World Series game.
Well, and I want everyone to keep in mind something here. That's coming in because he's doing that because he's a professional.
Yeah.
Because on a personal level... When I tell you this man, Anthony Pusick, does not care about the World Series, I mean he is completely checked out. Zero interest.
I can relate.
Wouldn't watch on a bet.
Yeah.
But because he's a professional and is aware of what's impacting the world, said, we need Jeff Passan on the program. And he's correct because, guys, we are watching or sleeping through, depending on who the person is, absolute history. Right. And it continues tonight now that Shohei Ohtani will be on the hill for the Dodgers.
What time or what inning did everybody tap out? Did anybody make it to the end?
No, I didn't even make it to extra innings.
I think I got as far as 14.
Okay.
And
Look
then
at
I was
you.
and then I was out.
Look at you.
But it wasn't that I didn't turn the TV off. It was on. In fact, I think I might have fallen asleep somewhere in the 8th inning and then woke up and I was like, damn, they're in the 11th? Like, seriously. And then stayed with it a little longer and then, again, just out. So I did not get to see Freeman, but I saw so much of the madness and, of course, this morning watched back as much as I could of highlights and everything else. And it's Don, I mean, I don't want to be hyperbolic. Is that one of the greatest games when you consider the amazing defensive plays?
That's the thing.
The warning track shots in extra innings. The Ohtani performance. Kershaw coming in. Maybe his last time on the mound at Dodger Stadium, coming in to get a huge out. Intentionally walking 2 players to get the bases loaded. Like, it's just crazy what happened in this game.
To have, plays at the plate, a play at third.
Yeah.
Great defensive plays, as you said. Tremendous pitching performances. To be able to see the star power. I mean, that is going to be a game, and I really hope it's a great series. I really don't care who wins, honestly. I don't have a dog in the fight. Maybe the Blue Jays just because they haven't won in a long time. But I want to see a classic series. Game 1 was a bit of a dog. Toronto blew him out. Yamamoto was great in Game 2, but that was such an epic Game 3. I finally tapped out after 12.
Okay.
But I was like, all right, how are the Dodgers walking this off? I just felt like the Dodgers were going to walk it off. And as I did the same as you, watched the replays and just consumed everything I could about the game. But the other thing is, this is going to age well too, because there's so much star power in this series. And to be able to say Kershaw got involved in it, that's not nothing, all right?
I agree.
That's kind of like Unitas coming into Super Bowl III, like to have that legend at least get a fingerprint on the game in some way, shape, or form is going to make that game age very well. And then Freeman doing it again and almost doing it a couple of times.
Well, I thought
during the course of the game.
When they loaded the bases to face him, when Schneider did that, I kept thinking this is going to be Aaron Boone all over again.
Yeah.
He's going to walk this thing off with a grand slam.
There's just so many guys, but really the ultimate guy is Ohtani.
Yeah.
9 for 9 getting on base in a pivotal Game 3, 4 for 4, 2 home runs. It's astounding. It is just absolutely astounding. He had that base stolen, I guess just too well because he came off the bag. Otherwise,
he didn't push him.
I don't think so. I thought they got it right. The
he
momentum
took
him off the bag. He tried to change feet, and a great job keeping the tag on the body. That's what you're taught, and he was out, but he did technically get to the bag first just to show his speed.
But IKF kept the glove on him, just waited long enough for him to lose his balance.
We've seen this before. Barry Bonds, Judge. We've seen guys get walked. We've seen guys get walked leading off innings. We've seen guys get walked with nobody on base. But none of them, guys, were going to start the game the next day on the mound.
No.
That's what just blows me away. And we haven't seen a lot of it from Ohtani. We talked about it. It was 22. I think he made the most appearances. Was it 128 innings or something like that? So he hasn't given you a real full season of great Ohtani on the mound. But he's already had the forever moment against Milwaukee. And if he goes out there and pitches another gem tonight, I mean, he starts being talked about in that rarefied air of Gretzky and Jordan and Tiger and Serena.
He is edging. This is the playoff that could do it for him, to where he is
single name reference,
name reference, and becomes at least temporarily sort of the Kleenex name of a baseball player. Like, oh, who do you think you are, Shohei Ohtani? Like, he's that name, by the way, has been. You could argue it's sort of been Babe Ruth for 100 years, right?
Right.
Yeah.
With other ones that pop up, and there are a few. There are your Mickey Mantles. There's some others that are right there, but he is getting close to being that dude, Don. And this is something I was just talking about with Michael, and I know he was doing it on his show, but we do have to talk about it at some point. Does baseball need to do something about being able to intentionally walk a guy 5 times in a game? I mean, Don, if you got the word. So, Don, I'm obviously locked into my football team getting trounced by the Chiefs.
Well, you hung for a while.
We did. No, trounced in the second half.
Yeah.
Fun first half. And then I start seeing the text from Don going, oh, my God, this guy. And I go, oh, God, what's Ohtani doing? From the moment I flipped the channel, I never got to see him having at bat. It had already happened.
All the walks.
He had 2 home runs and 2 doubles. I saw nothing.
Now,
That is a problem with this
I don't
sport.
know what you do, though. I mean, because they could still pitch around him. Now, they tried to pitch around him earlier, and he had a home run.
Yeah, the second home run, Schneider said they were not intent. They were pitching around him, but the ball just happened. He
Too
just
close.
didn't place it properly, and he just absolutely crushed it.
But you can't stop a pitcher from just throwing the ball in the dirt 4 times or bouncing it 4 times if there's nobody on. The only thing I could think of, and I'm going to bring this up to Passan, in the situation where there's nobody on and you walk Ohtani, or anybody of that significance, I guess it was to go for Judge or any other big-time hitter, that the punishment should be in those situations, they get an extra base. So if there's nobody on and you walk Ohtani, he gets second base automatically. And maybe that would make you think twice. Do I really want to put him in scoring position? I want to avoid him winning the game, but if I got a significant batter after it, would that stop it? Maybe not, but at least, hey, in those situations when you have the open base, give him 2.
Yeah, or like, at least if it happens. Are you saying, Don, that would happen if it was the second time?
No,
like,
I'm
at
saying,
any point if you walk them in that spot.
I don't know. We can't.
I just don't know if you should be able to intentionally walk the same player over and over again.
I understand why there's very few players in the history of the sport that you would do this with. These are the one-of-ones. To change a rule for the one-of-ones, like, I don't know if we want to go that.
That is
crazy.
that's sometimes how rules get made.
Again, you build your team so that if you say, well, I don't want to face that guy, you build your team so that the next guy can beat you. That's what you do. And that's kind of what it is. That's why you protect the star, is you always make sure that there's somebody after him so they can't pitch around him.
Yeah, but
they've done that, and it still happens.
Well, it has to. Well, the guy he's 7 for 7 in his last 2 home games. Like, he's insane right now. He's just on a heater. You're going to do this. You know what? Will Chamberlain scored 100 points. You know how he got to 100? Not because he kept scoring, is because they couldn't stop him, so they kept fouling him because he sucked at free throws. And for one game, he made his free throws. That's what they did. That's how he got to 100. So they kept fouling him.
What would you do?
So he couldn't make a basket. It's what happens.
But now, just humor me for a second. And Don, I think you'll see where I'm going here. So it happened last night in extra innings. If they were to come out tonight and just be like, Ohtani's not playing. We're not letting him bat.
Taking the bat off it, like he's not taking the bat off his shoulder the whole game. We're walking him every time.
When would you draw the line and go, we can't as a sport allow this? People are tuning in to see the best ball players. This is historic. And sometimes, Alan,
But wouldn't it get to a point, though, if you keep putting this guy on, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman are hitting after him. Will Smith's hitting. Like, Teoscar Hernandez, like, you're going to pay. You're going to pay.
Yeah, it's.
I guess you're right.
You can't keep doing it.
No, at some point you're right. You'd think that the risk would eventually not pay off.
Look, when you're dealing with a taxed bullpen in the 15th inning or whatever inning it was, what inning was that when they walked the bases loaded? It was the 13th. They walk Ohtani and then they walk Mookie Betts. The bases are now loaded, 2 out. You know, like I got a taxed bullpen. I am not going to have one of my weaker pitches pitched to a guy who's now on an absolute heater. He's on a toot, like a great man once said. And then you say, well, let me get Betts on there, so I got forces everywhere. I got to just get 1 out. And then you pitch to a guy like Freddie Freeman, who showed you last year in the World Series that he could be a hero. That took some guts, man. That was a major risk that a lot of people would never do. So you got to make him pay. You won't see this as often as you think.
No.
But he's right now just so scorching hot. I can understand it. It's up to the other guys to do it.
But it didn't take away, at least for me, how compelling the game.
Oh, it made it more dramatic, don't you think?
Because it was just so. The only thing missing, I guess, is that it's only game 3.
Right.
Right. That's why I want more of this. So I want to see more games like this. I just think it's just so fascinating, and it's great for the sport.
How do the Blue Jays react to this? Because that's one of those games that afterwards, it's got to have and baseball's the one sport that there's no game-to-game momentum, but this feels like one of those, like, that's a demoralizing loss.
Well,
doesn't it have like that sort of feel to it?
Well, these are generally speaking, I mean, Don, in hockey, these are the games that you say finishes a team in a playoff series. When there's like a 4 overtime playoff game, everyone seems to then favor that team that won that the rest of the series. I don't know if in baseball it's the same thing. What if Shohei's completely spent and pitches a dud tonight as a result?
That's a major issue because their bullpen's already taxed.
Well, and also
that too.
Yeah, that's big.
And when was that? I think it was before we got to extra innings. It was the at bat after. Was it? I think it was at the at bat after the steal. So I guess we were maybe in the 10th, 11th.
That was the 9th inning. The Ohtani steal.
No, yeah,
the caught stealing.
The at bat after the caught stealing. Ohtani looked like he was a little injured going to second base. Remember? So I don't know if that's going to affect him.
No, he looked fine post game.
I understand that.
But I got you.
But listen, to Peter's point, there is a momentum that I just don't think exists in baseball because it's all about who's going to pitch the next game, and even in victory, look how many innings the bullpen, which isn't great anyway for the Dodgers, had to go. And if I'm the Blue Jays, I look at it and go, man, we had our opportunities, man. We ran ourselves out of a couple of innings.
Yep.
We hung with the best team in baseball who had a forever player have a forever game, and it took 18 innings to beat us. So I think there's enough there that if they're a strong enough team, and why wouldn't they be? You know, they dropped the first 2 games at home against Seattle, and they were able to bounce back and win the series. So listen, they may not win another game in this series, but I don't think it'll be because of how they lost last night or this morning.
I've got unfortunate news.
What's that?
Coming down the pike.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's at what level of unfortunate?
Yeah,
everyone's okay. Everything's going to be all right.
All right.
Jeff Passan is no longer with us on the show today. He's extremely apologetic, and he's upset, but he says he's just absolutely beat right now and wants to come on tomorrow.
I don't blame him.
That's fine.
I totally get it.
His direct quote was, "I'll wear it tomorrow."
But if there's ever a time to do the what's the game show where you get the wrong answer?
Yeah,
that would be.
I said
a lesson to all of you: never praise me for anything.
The wind out of the sail. This is so typical.
No, this was a whammy.
You suck, Busick.
We think this was a whammy?
That's better. Now I feel
better. It's like, all right, give me a passing.
No whammies, no whammies.
No whammy. Oh. Passing tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Shucks.
You almost had it.
Well, there'll be plenty to. All this is still on the table for tomorrow.
Well, I had texted.
It certainly is.
It came out in a funny way because I had texted him in our meeting.
Yep.
When you and I were discussing Shohei Ohtani's size. And can you? Let me try.
Height?
Is there a different way to say it?
The girth.
Height. No.
Girth.
No.
Oh, sorry. The height. I was discussing Shohei Ohtani's height.
Very uncomfortable.
And how he's such like physically such an imposing guy. Part of what makes him interesting, in addition to his incredible play, is that he's this gigantic Japanese man who is not in when we think of the Japanese ball player, you don't think of a guy who's 6'4", 6'5".
Right.
And so he just stands out even more.
Right. Ichiro, even Matsui, like they weren't
jacked.
They weren't
like this guy's
Bunyan-esque.
He's a freak physically.
Yeah.
So and I looked it up on Baseball Reference and it said 6'3", and I'm like, that's not right. No, it's not right.
It's not right.
Passan said 6'4", 6'5". He said he's officially listed 6'4", could be 6'5".
Wow.
And then he said, and then I said, you're a nice man. And he said, actually, I'm not feeling like a nice man. I just canceled on you guys. I'm so sorry.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Well, listen, while we try to take that in, there are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Go ahead.
It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings.
Take it in.
Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S059573 MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit ends 10/31/25.
800-919-3776 is the number. Here's the thing, though, pitching around Ohtani. Here's John Schneider just, on pitching around him after the 2 home runs.
We're trying to pitch around him. You trust Sir Anthony to make pitches to do that. Sometimes for pitchers, it's hard to do that, when you're kind of trying to throw a ball and didn't put it where he wanted to put it. But, he had a great game. He's a great player. But I think, after that, you just kind of take the bat out of his hands.
And he's talking about the second home run. They were trying to pitch around him, and then they said, all right, forget it. We're not even going to bother trying to pitch around him because if we make a mistake, he's going to crush it. So instead, you just put the 4 fingers up and let him go. So will he continue to do this in the series?
And not to give away secrets, but this is pretty much what we should expect going forward.
Yeah.
He's being honest. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Don, just think about yourself. Put yourself in that situation with the rules the way they are. Wouldn't you right now? I mean, he's red hot. This is a box and one. That's what you're doing here.
How can you live with yourself the way he's playing if he's the guy that beat you? Hey, Mookie Betts can beat you. Freddie Freeman beat him last night.
Yep.
They're loaded. Max Muncy's got to walk off in his career in the World Series. They've got a ton of talent on that team. But he's the best. And don't let the best beat you. You don't let Curry take the last shot if you can, right?
Right.
You try to isolate the best player on the ice or on the field. Hey, I'm not going to let Randy Moss beat me. I'm going to double, triple team him, whatever I got to do. That's kind of the equivalent in baseball is walking a guy. And the way it can be punitive is that the next guy beats me. And Mookie Betts isn't nobody, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a punishment for doing it, but
I find it amazing, like, when you think about all sports, like you just mentioned, like, don't let Steph Curry beat you. Yet somehow, some way, this dude's got the ball, and how did he get open? And, oh, my God, 3, 2, 1, let it fly. But
why do you think
like how about Ovechkin?
Logo?
Ovechkin is going to be on the dot on the power play late in the game. And yet somehow, some way, he gets the shot, and he's like, it's unreal, though, how these guys, no matter what you do, can find a way. Yet in baseball, Ohtani can't say, no, you need to throw 4 pitches, and if you throw one close enough, I might step on the plate and crush it. Right? Like, think about it. That's the one thing, and so that's the one, I think, argument you can make, Don, if you want to argue against being able to intentionally walk somebody multiple times in a game, is that every other sport, a player still has control, even with a defense that is basically set up to stop you, to take you out of the game and make someone else beat you, right?
Right.
Baseball, you can't. He can't deny the intentional walk. No, you have to pitch to me. He's just got to accept it and go to first. What he tried to do, the impact of the game, is steal second. And that didn't work out.
And they threw him out. So
go ahead.
Tough spot.
Yeah, well, it also makes it compelling. 800-919-3776. Let's begin with Chuck in New Jersey. Go ahead, Chuck.
Big Chuck.
Hey, guys, I love the show. In the words of the great Michael Kay, you guys got to pump your brakes with Ohtani being compared to Michael Jordan, the Serena Williams, the Tiger Woods of the world. You're talking about the most iconic athletes in their profession, sports.
Mm-hmm.
When you say the greatest of everything, you mention Michael Jordan's name. You're the Michael Jordan of artists. You're the Michael Jordan of this. You don't say that about Ohtani. You guys got to
not yet.
Not yet. We're heading to that.
This is the
Chuck, this is just the beginning, but this is where it begins. When you have a playoff like this, but what he does tonight could decide whether or not we do have to pump our brakes, or we can now go at full steam ahead.
I said we are starting to have that conversation. Of course, the guys that I mentioned, the women that I mentioned, longevity they have on their side. They did it for a long time. For Tiger Woods, he did it for decades. Jordan did it forever.
Right.
So, but we're on our way, man. We're on our way.
This is what it looks like.
And also, it's just looking at it from the perspective of, forget about who's better, greatest. It's like, you look at Michael Jordan, you look at Wayne Gretzky, Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, say, I've never seen anything like that before. You're saying that about Ohtani.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this before. Since Babe Ruth. Well, Ruth did it 100 years ago. There's nobody on this planet that remembers or was alive the last time something like this happened. So, yeah, if we make a list, Ohtani would probably be at the bottom of it because he hasn't done it for that length of time. But I can tell you, when I see him, I'm seeing something I've never seen before. And that's the same feeling I got when I saw Tiger winning major after major, or Serena winning match after match, or Jordan, Gretzky. Slack-jawed it like I've never seen anything like this.
Well, listen,
before.
tonight
it's at that level,
and the proof is in the pudding. Like with the exception of Anthony Pusick, who's out, a lot of people are going to tune in tonight who do not give a rat's patoot about the Dodgers and Blue Jays.
Listen,
I am watching Shohei Ohtani pitch tonight. That is my plan for the night.
Did I not? I mean, I kept joking, they're still playing baseball, because I am also that guy that I have a hard time watching the playoffs after my team that I thought had a chance to win loses.
Right.
Especially when the team that knocked them out is in the championship. I don't want to see it.
Up against the team that beat them on their home field last year.
But last night I found myself kind of like, all right, let's see. There was, we had the equinox. There was a lot going on. There was some NBA games that were interesting. But then I'm like, all right, let me check in. Checked in on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. Checked out.
It was the usual script. And then
script is the right word.
Went over to the game just in time to see the second home run from Ohtani and was like, oh my God. Like we got a good one here. And then it just got better and better. I did not change the channel. So it got my attention.
I just saw
got everyone's attention.
I just saw Smith shot to the track in the 14th.
Right?
That was a bomb. That looked like it was going.
They hit 3 to the track and the ball would not carry. And then it finally did.
You mentioned the sports equinox. I don't know if anything special happened in the NBA, but you're watching a Monday night game that's got Patrick Mahomes in it.
I think we had a 50-point game.
Right, you did have a 50.
Larry Markkinen went for 51. The first 50-point regular season performance by a Jazz player.
Markkinen had 50 last night?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You just made the statement yesterday about who comes up with 50s, and Markkinen pulled a 50 spot last night. That's great.
Who's going to give you a 50?
Something did.
It was
something did.
Yeah, so he had that. First one since 98.
Yeah.
What'd Sid do?
Crosby had 3 points, becoming just the 9th player ever to reach 1,700 points in his career. So there was a lot going on last night.
Stuff was happening. And what happened in the commies game?
Siren?
Yep.
By the way, in the first half, I felt like when we got to halftime, I won the Super Bowl already. It was 7-7, and my team had picked off Mahomes twice. I'm like, I love where we're at.
Trending well.
And I literally said to my brother, we called, like, this is going well, wow. But I said, listen, even if they lose, I could feel good about this as long as they don't now lose 28-7.
Huh.
They lost 28-7.
28-7. Look at you.
Yeah.
Prediction. All right, we got calls to get to 800-919-3776 on Ohtani, on what you saw last night, if you saw it, and what you expect more. We're also going to get into a Yankees conversation because we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Correct maybe something that has been said about Brian Cashman. But really this all stemmed from the fact that watching the Dodgers and watching them hit, how many did they hit? 5 home runs? Or 4 home runs, right, in this game? They hit 4. They do it with the home run, just like the Yankees like to do it. The only problem is the Dodgers do it better.
Yeah, and there's something else to that, too.
And there's something else to that. All that and more coming up. So your call's 800-919-3776, just getting started on a Tuesday in New York City. Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS. YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESP.
Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. It's a national nonprofit offering more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN, New York.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
All right, so this is how Anthony Pusick works. We lose passing. Now, he worked triple overtime last night, so he does need a breather. We got to give him a chance.
It's 2 full games.
I'm sure he was on all the shows and sports and everything else, right? So, all right, so he can't make it today. He is going to try to join us tomorrow, which would be great. But so what do? So we pivot, and since we're going to talk some Yankees and some other things involving the sport, Mike Vaccaro, the award-winning columnist of the New York Post, is going to join us instead.
That's called a pivot right there.
That's a good pivot. We love Vac.
And the reason for this is because Alan and I had a conversation earlier this morning. Mm-hmm. Spirited one.
Yeah.
A lot was going on the thread this morning.
Heavy texting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. By the way, so there was one of those things where I was caught up and then I came back and it said like I had 50 missed messages.
Yeah. Heavy texting this morning.
And I went, oh my God, these guys were really getting after it.
Yeah, Don woke up. He was feisty this morning.
Well, because of the 2-hour time difference.
Yeah. But Hotel Don is a different guy. I'm learning this quickly.
Very relaxed.
Hotel Don is.
Well, Hotel Don has time to respond.
Yeah.
And it was pancakes and
look at him
enjoying the morning.
Yeah.
And
God bless.
Hey, listen, the Dodgers are 2 wins away from winning back-to-back World Series, and if you like to, and I guess it's fair to include 2020, there's a team that's going to win their 3rd championship in 6 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So much for Crapshoot, right? Just add another team to the list. The Astros won multiple championships, Red Sox, Giants. Like all these teams win multiple championships, but the Yankees always seem to lean on, well, the postseason's a crapshoot. Well, then Alan mentioned that Mike Vaccaro had an article saying that you really can't trace that quote to Brian Cashman. It gets attributed to him because of the analytics, but it's actually a Billy Beane quote. So we're going to get Vaccaro on to talk about that because I want to push back, though. Even though Cashman Peter maybe never said it, that's definitely the vibe you get from the Yankees in their quotes from Hal.
And we have evidence.
Yeah, there's evidence.
Anthony also was up early this morning, and he was working hard like he always does, and he got receipts. So you don't want to miss that segment. 4 o'clock coming up.
Yeah.
But right now we have your calls. 800-919-3776. Let's go to Rich in Brooklyn. Hey, Rich.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Okay. With the intentional walk, I don't like the 4 fingers. I think that you have the same way as it always was, but let me ask you a question because I don't know all the rules because I'm totally blind. I don't see it. I'm a radio guy. I like radio. All right?
We do too.
Are you allowed to reach, when they used to throw the intentional walk the old way, okay, are you allowed to step on the plate and hit the ball if you can?
Well, they don't throw 4 anymore.
Well, but he's saying if they
in the old way?
Could you step across the plate?
I believe there is.
I don't think you could step on the plate.
No, not on the plate, but we have seen.
We've seen it.
We've seen hits on intentional walk pitches. We've seen guys reach out, especially if they're throwing outside the 4 times, but maybe just one gets a little too close to the plate. Guy's got a long reach. I know we've seen it.
Legal?
Yeah, as long as you stay in the box.
Yeah, you could swing at it.
Okay, the same thing on an intentional walk. It could be a wild pitch. I've heard that many times.
You know what? Here's what I would say, Rich, is that if you want to do anything with the intentional walk, the idea of just saying 4 fingers because we want to save the arm of the pitcher from throwing 4 times,
or
speed up the game, all those things. No, throw 4. Throw 4. Because why am I doing you a favor? Throw 4. Don't miss one. Is that a compromise, Don?
It's not. No, that's not a compromise.
You don't think that works?
Listen, it's
a little something. It's not really anything.
But again, because of the fact that you made the mistake earlier, pitching to him, but one got a little too close and he had a home run. If I'm a pitcher, I'm just going to roll the ball to home plate 4 times. So I don't think it solves the problem.
All right.
I don't think it does. It slows the game down. And wild pitch-wise, it doesn't matter if he's being walked to lead off an inning or being walked with nobody on base. That's why I said maybe would they do it if you awarded him second and you automatically put him in scoring position.
Doesn't that get, now that we start getting into novelty stuff at that point, right?
What the hell? We got a pitch clock, right? We don't have the Manfred man, obviously.
Thank God.
In the postseason,
because we wouldn't have had that, right? We wouldn't have had, although there were runners on scoring position throughout that run.
That was not
night.
A problem during the course of the extra innings.
Yeah.
But no, I the idea is to try to see if there's a way to avoid having what happened last night. But if you look at it closely, you could make the case it added to the drama of the game. It added to the folklore of the game that he was intentionally walked 5 times. So maybe you lost the entertainment of a third home run, or the game would have been shortened, maybe didn't go to extra innings or whatever, but still, there's nothing wrong with a conversation. Was it all that bad that now we got to change rules? Because there's only a handful of people this would ever happen.
That's why I said I don't like the idea of changing rules. To me, feels extreme.
Listen,
this is a rare moment.
But let me just say this: after last night, yes, of course, bringing up a rule change would seem aggressive.
Right.
However, if it were to hamper the rest of the series, where now that the whole world is going, oh my God, this is our chance to see this guy, and he were to get only a few legitimate at bats the rest of the way, then I think you have to visit a conversation.
Snyder already told you, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah,
so they're already worried about him. He's going to think about it. Again, he's pitching tonight. We'll see how he does. But a good night tonight, he's MVP.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's in his pocket, right? He's already in his pocket after last night's performance.
Well, they'd have to win still.
Oh, yeah, of course. But
so that's the thing.
But that's all
it's
part
only 2-1.
But that's still all part of it, right? They have the next 2 games at home. Him pitching tonight adds to the legacy of what he can be. Because they could walk him 4 times, but if he has a huge pitching performance,
if he goes,
saves his bullpen from having to be used after they played last night, if he gives you 7 innings solid, that's now 2 games where you're all right. That guy's got the MVP.
And you're talking about 7 innings less than 2 runs, maybe 2 or less.
Just have enough to win, even if it's 3 runs. If he's strong enough and
they win 5-3, and who cares? Yeah.
I mean, I think it's in his pocket. Will in North Carolina wants to talk about it. Hey, Will.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's happening?
All right, first of all, let me just compliment Don. Don, you are the king of transitions with that Ramsey Mazda earlier. You had me cracking.
Oh, thank you.
We're
trying.
The other thing was,
thank you for noticing.
Yeah, I know. Just some appreciation. Listen, I watched that game from start to finish last night. I was up to 3 a.m. Awesome game. But I think that a way to speed it up, in the regular season, is to just get rid of that stupid Manfred, man. And once you get into extra innings, there are no intentional walks allowed, period. That way because like you guys were saying earlier, in other sports, even if you double or triple team somebody, they still have the ball and they can still hurt you. But in baseball, if they walk you, that's it. If you have no opportunity to drive in a run, hit a home run, whatever. So, they want to change rules and stuff.
So, all right, so what you're saying, Will, is once we get to the 10th, you can't intentionally walk anyone.
No. Because like before, when Michael Kay has said it before, where you go and you pick your 3 best hitters to hit in extra innings and this and that, that's a bit too much.
That's extreme.
But, I mean, when you have a situation where you have a slugger up at the plate, it's extra innings, you want to go home, you don't want to play 18 innings. Even though it was an exciting-ass game last night, you don't want to go that far. So you have to pitch to everybody.
Yeah, but I don't think it makes sense. I don't know how you legislate it, though. How do you say you're not allowed to walk somebody? You just walk them.
It's part of the strategy of the game. It's been part of the strategy of the game forever.
Well, could it? Okay, how about
this? And by the way,
if
I don't care if it takes 20 innings. I don't want to go home. I want to win. I don't care about 18 innings. I want to win. If it takes me 18 to win, I'm going to do it.
No, and you don't care about walking a guy either. Whatever you have to do, you have to do.
Right.
This is about entertainment. Now, if you were to come up with a rule, Don, where you can only intentionally walk a player 1 time per game, and you're saying, well, how do you know if you intentionally walk someone? Let me just hear me out for the sake of argument.
Okay.
That could become entertaining. We're worried about entertainment.
Yeah.
You could still be trying to walk that guy, but you have to do it in a way where it comes off as a legitimate at-bat. That's not the worst thing.
That was the bottom of the 7th. Literally what happened.
Trying to go around him.
They were not pitching to him, but they weren't going to go for. They were going to pitch around him. And one of the pitches that were supposed to be around him ended up right in front of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but because the idea of pitching around someone is I'd like to get him out. But I'm going to be very, very careful not give him a pitch to hit.
I'm out of the strike zone, hoping he'll chase.
Right,
that's what you're doing.
But if I want to walk someone, and I'm not technically allowed to just send them to first base with an intentional walk, How are you going to stop me from spiking the ball 4 times? All right, just got away from me. I threw 4 pitches in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. Well,
right?
but that's what I'm saying. Could be intriguing.
Base, though, that's a
risk. And also, guys, if it were an actual rule that you're not allowed to do it, and it were then to be umps interpretation, that they see 3 in a row in the dirt and they go and they wave it off and you're penalized in some way.
So like you're purposely doing
it. It does add a little bit of intrigue to those at bats.
But I also think all this can be accomplished by if you because there's a lot of times there's nothing wrong with it. If there was a person at second base last night and you intentionally walked Ohtani, that makes sense. Especially if there's less than 2 outs, you want to set up the double play. You don't want to take that out of the game. There is an element of strategy to it. But when you're walking somebody the first at bat, right? Nobody on, nobody out, and you're walking him. Then the punish in those situations, wouldn't it just be as easy?
That
to
is
say,
probably
we're going to award him a second base.
They did
you
that.
now have to be in scoring
They did
position.
that in the 9th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
wasn't he the leadoff in the 9th?
Yeah.
Now, how would that have been if because he tried to steal second, got thrown out. Right. But if the rule,
your version,
he
would already be at second. He'd be the Manfred man.
He would be second, maybe trying to steal third and put himself in a situation where they can win the game on a sacrifice fly. They may not walk him if they know it's 2 bases instead of 1.
If they know they're putting him right in scoring position.
Yeah, how can you? A base hit ends the game.
So all you have to do is put in a rule that if you intentionally walk somebody with nobody on base, that batter gets awarded a second base.
Okay.
That could be enough.
I mean, again, that's one that'll have such minimal impact on the game because it's a rare occasion that it wouldn't be like this dramatic change to the game like the Manfred man.
But hold on. So what happened in all the again? I was
the other,
I was seeing the back of my eyelids.
The other at bats, like the big one that really stood out to me was when they walked him and then Betts. It was already somebody on base.
Somebody was at first, or somebody was at second.
I think someone was on.
No, what was on second?
All right,
third base. But we have more calls to get to, and we will momentarily. But when it comes to transitions, is there anything better than bath fitter? Think about it. Think about it.
That's interesting.
You have an old bathtub.
Sure.
And you don't like the way it looks, but you don't want to go through the expense and the mess of tearing that whole thing out.
The filth.
Instead, you go to Bath Fitter. Why? Because they have an amazing system. You know what it's called? PermaFit. It's a PermaFit solution. It's a watertight fit. Goes right over everything. And no, it's not something that in 3 years you'll regret because it's going to bubble and the glue's not going to stick and it's going to look dingy. No, it looks gorgeous. You know why? Because they give you a lifetime guarantee. Anything that's a lifetime guarantee, you know it's not only going to look good, it's going to last a long time. It all starts with a bath fitter consultant who takes you through a process with a free in-home consultation. You pick out style, color, all the specifics, accessories to update your bath, customized any way you want it. There's all types of custom bath renovations. You know what? I had one done, and it wasn't. We took a tub out, and they put in a gorgeous shower. That's right. Some of these transformations aren't just with the bath. They will put in a shower and take out your old bath. This is all done in one day, by the way. It's true. Durable, easy to clean, no demolition, and lower cost than a full replacement. And did I mention the lifetime guarantee? I'll mention one more thing. If you want to get it done, do it now. No interest until April of 2027. That's right. No money down, no payments, no interest for 18 months. You can trust a bath fitter team like we did. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter. All right, again, 800-919-3776. We're going to get Mike Vaccaro, the award-winning New York Post columnist, on with us in the 4 o'clock hour. We're going to get into this Yankee conversation that Don and I started this morning. But we want to continue to talk with you about an epic World Series game we saw last night. Is it the greatest World Series game we've ever seen? It's got to be up there, right? Epic. We'll talk to you next. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino & Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino & Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back?
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it. Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Listen, the weather is starting to cool off a little bit and the cold is coming fast. Fill up your oil before the cold sets in. Now's the best time because the prices are still so low. By the time we get to Halloween and early November, you know it's going to be freezing. So make it easy to keep your house comfortable and warm. That's what Romeo's Fuel does. They keep you warm with discount home heating oil. Order online at romeosfuel.com. Now fully serving Nassau and Suffolk, go to romeosfuel.com today. That's romeosfuel.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom designs that let everyone know who you're rooting for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing stacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
The city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Hey, everybody, if you have YouTube TV, you need to listen up and listen up good. Because if you're a YouTube TV customer, you could lose ESPN. That's right. And all the sports you love, college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action right now. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. Shout out to everybody on YouTube watching us, by the way, speaking of YouTube.
That's right.
We have on our ESPN New York channel. If you haven't already subscribed, Peter, what should they do?
Well, here's what you do. You need to pound it.
Pound it.
And what's the other one?
Smash it.
And smash it.
Don, do we
Pound,
smash it?
Smash,
all
slam.
of it.
Do it
Slam
all.
it. Destroy. You want to just
No.
Well, you want it to function after it's done.
But listen, if you want to destroy while watching the show, that's up to you. Whatever you're into,
yourself.
we don't judge.
But no, we're in here right now. There's a good time always in the group chat.
Yep.
And
it's like a little community. They really kind of talk to each other. They shout each other out. It's
no,
cool.
they insult.
Great.
They insult each other or me more specifically.
Well, that's all part of the deal.
It's all part of the situation. But no, big shout out to everyone. We only started pushing this YouTube channel like 6 weeks ago.
It was like September, wasn't it?
It was
middle September, early September.
Well, what was
Late
it?
September?
It was week 3 of the NFL season where we had the couch cast.
All right, so that's 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we're up to over 20,000 people have jumped on and subscribed, smashed subscribe.
Unbelievable.
So it's
great.
It's nice.
So we appreciate all of you.
And look how good a shot you see of Don in the hotel room right now.
Right up his nostrils.
Yeah, right in his
really
face.
Right up the nostrils. Don, you got a bear in the cave, real quick, right side. See if you can get that.
It's close. No, it's not too close though. He's messing with you. It's not too close. Don, how was last night? Where did you guys end up?
Oh yeah.
There is a bar. It's like a Hooters ripoff right across the street from the hotel.
It's called Ray Bork's.
No, but it had all the games on. It was perfect. World Series.
And who went?
It was just me and the crew.
So did you did you stay and then realize this thing's going to extras? I'm going back to the room to watch it, or were you? Yeah, like no one wanted to go full. Like just we're going all night.
Well, the people that I left, it was Matt Laughlin who does the radio. For
Oh
the
yeah,
Devils.
love Matt.
Tom and Roland from the television crew. They hung out. You know, they're veterans. They
they've done this before.
Oh yeah,
this is their life.
But,
nothing to them.
You know, I'll be all in on the time change once I get to San Jose tonight because that'll be 3 hour difference. I'm trying to kind of stay on normal time, but it's tough.
Don't do it.
I got to tell you, man, this is, I don't know how you feel, Alan. I think one of the number one most underrated things about getting older is that time changes get harder to adapt to. When I was young,
recover from,
or just to catch, like when I used to travel,
yeah,
I'd go out west, right? I was in my 20s. I'd go to the West Coast. It didn't matter. I was sleeping right till noon, no matter where I was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Once you become of an age, and for me, it hit in like my late 30s, where you start popping up on Saturdays at 9 o'clock, and that's sleeping in. I now find it like the adjustment period is brutal. My recovery from Australia it took like a full week. And it's not like I could never sleep, but I'd have these weird moments where I'd pop up and then I'd be stuck awake again. It's just like sleep gets harder as you get older. So, Don, whatever rhythm you can set up for yourself now that you're going to have this new lifestyle, how long are you away for?
I'll be coming back Monday.
And when did you leave?
I left on Sunday night.
So how was that goodbye, by the way? That's the longest goodbye you've ever had with the kids, no?
Yeah, it was a little rough, especially because I had a day game at 1, so I had to say goodbye to them in the morning, Sunday morning.
They went straight from the game.
Oh man,
he never went home.
Any tears or no?
No, they're cool.
Just wait
because they also know they can see me because we could FaceTime
That's nice.
in the morning and FaceTime at night. So because that's the thing is that I'm up at like 5 here. So that I can say good morning to them.
This isn't like the early days when Alan was following the Islanders to Calgary, and the best his oldest children could do was hope for was like an AOL chat room that night. You know, this is a different era. You didn't have FaceTime for the earliest days.
I didn't have kids those days.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
What your oldest is? What job did you have then?
No. I when I started, it was before I had kids. I was on that beat before kids, and then so there was a couple of years where it was just. There was no need for any of that. We're going, having fun.
And that's
we're
it.
out. We're on the road now. But you know when they get older, what happens is you come home and they're like, "Oh, you were gone."
Oh no,
like, yeah.
No, they
That
knew
hurts.
they were.
Well, they
counting
got to know
days.
it's 7, but I'm saying like.
But now Alan's saying they don't care anymore.
They get to a point where they just look at you and you're like, "Hey, I'm back." But back from where? I've been on the road for a week.
Didn't you miss me?
Like, oh, I didn't even know you were gone.
So soak it in is the point, Don.
Right.
Soak it in.
Yeah.
Exactly. Michael in Georgia has a fix for intentional walks. Michael, what do you got?
What's going on, gentlemen? Big fan. How you doing?
Good.
Good. So bear with me. This might sound a little taboo, but you redo the whole situation of a walk in a baseball game. Hear me out. You walk a batter, he gets first base. If that same batter comes up in the game, intentional or not, you walk him a second time, he gets second. So now you want to walk Aaron Judge, cool, he gets first base, but now you got to strategize, because if you get bases second and third and he comes up, what do you want to do? Walk him to load the base. But now you can't, because now he's going to get
Forcing
second,
a run
scores. And I say you cap it at 3, because I can't justify 4 walks in a game giving the guy a run. But I say every walk per player in a game, they get first. The second walk, they get second. Third walk, they get third. What do you think?
Don? What do you think?
That's not awful.
I don't think it's terrible. Thanks, Michael.
You just got to keep track, right, that I intentionally walk around. It just makes you be a little bit more leery on, I'm not just going to waste it here.
Right.
Because I only have so many. So there is a strategy behind it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Baseball's such a strategy sport that I wouldn't want to take strategy out. This almost feels like it brings strategy in a different way.
Right.
Right? Like, okay, so we made a rule to curb how many times you're going to walk my guy, but you still can if you want. It's just know he's going to be on second next time. Now the bases could be empty, but it doesn't matter. Now he's on second. Like,
so you can have something to the effect of
put him on third.
If it's a second or third time, he gets the extra base. If you walk somebody with nobody on, they get the extra base, and just make it a little bit more punitive. UA tweeted, guys, no one has said this one yet. You get one intentional walk, and then after that, you must pitch to the catcher, and the catcher cannot stand and must stay directly behind the plate. Fine. There isn't the traditional intentional walk, but if I don't have anybody on base, I could still just throw 4 wild pitches. I could throw it to the backstop.
You're right. I don't think it's crazy. All right, what does Mike Vaccaro think of all this and more? Yeah. And did Brian Cashman ever actually say the playoffs are a crapshoot? We're going to get to the bottom of all of it next. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
.402 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number for your calls that we will get back to. Peter and I having a very lively conversation during that break, and we just were like, "Oh, we have a show?
Yeah,
totally forgot."
Yeah, you're missing out on some big conversations.
Yeah, these are, actually, Don, we do miss you this week, you being away, because we've had some deep conversations.
Nothing airworthy?
No. Definitely.
Oh, no. Airworthy? Certainly.
No. Certainly.
Air appropriate?
All right.
No.
Well, yeah.
It would be worthy.
You think it'd be worthy?
I think it would do quite well.
It would do really.
Call me during the break, man. I could be on speaker.
It would do.
We have the technology.
That's true.
Don, I love you. You on speaker's rough.
Yeah,
What's that
you
supposed
feel
to be?
far away.
It's just yeah.
It's hard.
It's not the same.
All right.
No offense.
No, it's not the same as real Don.
Yeah.
So you just do without.
Well, in this case, yeah, I guess in this case that is what happens.
You say some Don or no Don's better.
You know what
than
it's
some
like?
Don.
Listen, it's the hard part about being the guy who's off doing exciting things is that being removed has its downsides. But I'll fill you in. Don't you worry.
Awesome.
In the meantime, let's bring in our next guest, our first guest of the show. He is an award-winning columnist. He is to me. I believe he's the voice of New York sports.
He's getting a big.
As a columnist. No, this is one of my
big
favorite.
intro. This is a
one of
big
my favorite.
intro.
Well, this is one of my favorite people to read.
Wow,
he's
all right.
great.
It's the great Mike Vaccaro.
That's
He
damn
joins
right
us
it
right
is.
now.
Bet your ace.
What's happening, Vac?
Alan, you're going to make me blush after that, but thank you very much.
That's
Good to be
all.
with you guys today.
All well deserved.
Mike, real quick, do you get a lot of Vac? Because Alan throws out a lot of loose nicknames.
Here we go.
He throws out a lot of loose nicknames. I just want to know if Vac is really a thing.
Peter, I've been Vac since I was 22 years old.
All right.
And I think most people, I think a lot of people might say, what's Vac's first name? And they say, well, Vac.
All right. Okay. Duly noted, Vac.
I think I lost Mike a long time ago.
All right, perfect.
These guys kill me for this thing. But it's by the way, Steve Gelb sent me a screenshot of a text he got in his group from Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling, and they were calling him Gelbsy.
Really?
In the chat, and he's going proof. They were killing. In fact, they're killing me because I called him Gelbsy, and they're like, you're that close to him that you call him Gelbsy? I'm like, what? It's his nickname.
It's too close. It's the player, right?
They don't love this.
But Mike, the players sometimes throw those things out. So Keith and Ron can do that. Allen shouldn't be allowed to.
Allen was a great high school and college Division III college basketball player.
Sure.
It's a rumor.
Even though he played for St. Anthony's, but we'll leave that one alone. You know what's funny, guys? Along those lines, my favorite story for nickname is that Howard Johnson became known as the Sheik one time. And how did he become known as the Sheik? Because his nickname was obviously going to be Hojo because of his name.
Yeah.
Then it became Hodge. Then because baseball players always do this, he became Haji.
Ali Haji Sheik.
And what was the name of the Giants kicker back in the day?
Yeah, Ali Haji Sheik.
So for a while in the late 80s, the Howard Johnson nickname was the Sheik.
That's amazing.
I think it's the greatest nickname development of all time.
That's actually that's a good book to do. Not to give you any more book ideas, but that'd be a good one. And by the way, did you happen to see Chaminad's Homecoming? Just throwing it out there.
I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I also,
it's out there.
But I did see a story that you didn't write, but you were mentioned in because you helped do some research on. I believe it was a Dan Martin vehicle.
Yeah, Danny Martin wrote a story about because all of us, and I mean by us, everyone in the media, everyone in New York, kind of attributes or is kind of put the whole crapshoot quote into Brian Cashman's mouth, which is funny because after a while you just assume that's true. And so Danny had a great idea. He said, and he knows that I have access to a lot of archives and stuff. So he said, if you get a minute, can you just see if he's ever actually said it? And I said, that sounds like a great idea. And so I did. I mean, I literally, came up with about 200 stories since 1998 in all the New York papers and all of the primary websites that had Brian Cashman and the word crapshoot in it, and he's never once used that term.
Wow.
At least now maybe he has on the radio or someplace where it isn't actually down in print, but he's never actually said it. And good for Danny. He actually reached out to Brian, and Brian said, "I didn't think I did, but you just never know." And the one thing he did say, of all these stories, one time he talked about how random the playoffs can be, which is essentially the same sentiment.
Exactly.
So I guess the same idea applies, but yeah, he's never actually said the word crapshoot, which I think is funny. Obviously, Billy Beane is the guy who was the inventor of that, and Joe Torre co-opted it a lot when he was the manager of the Yankees. But as far as we know, Brian Cashman has never said it.
And the reason this came up was because when I was talking to Alan this morning, I said, the Dodgers are on their way to winning their third championship in 6 years, and the Giants won 3, and the Red Sox have multiple championships, Astros. So forget this whole crapshoot thing. And then he brought up the work that you had done that Cashman never was quoted in saying it. But is it fair that at least the theme from the organization, whether it's Hal, Brian, in whatever words, whether it's random or some kind of description, at least is shooting around the perimeter of them believing it's still a crapshoot?
Yeah, because it's funny, Don. One of the examples I found was actually Hal Steinbrenner saying, "Well, as Cash says, it's a crapshoot." Well, of course, we know that Cash never said it, but even in Hal Steinbrenner's mind, that's kind of like one of the things that Cash probably says. So, yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely a way that the Yankees try and explain both to themselves and to their public how they can be in the playoffs every year, which should be lauded, and yet not win a championship since 2009, which obviously is problematic, especially when you have the kind of ambitions every year that the Yankees do.
So Anthony Pusick, our producer, did some research because, as you said, you didn't find it in print. You went to LexisNexis, you went to newspapers.com. You did all the research to find a quote attributed that would have been in print, and you couldn't find that. But we have found some things that, as Peter would say, might be crapshoot adjacent. So
right,
here's an example. This is from the old Michael Kay show, August of 2021. Brian Cashman talking about how anything can happen in the playoffs. So, Vac, listen with your discerning ear and tell me if you hear something similar.
Every year, Michael, if you can get yourself in the postseason, you're a World Series contender, and that's what it's all about. October is a completely different race than the 6-month grind of a regular season. So once you punch that ticket and you're in, anybody who hits their stride at the right time there can run the table. The first goal is to find a way to get in. Whether it's a wild card, obviously optimally you want to win the division, but if you can't and you're forced to go the wild card route, it is what it is. Teams have gone on through the wild card to win a World Series 2 now several times over. So mission 1 is to get in, and then after that it's they compare and say who's this and who's the that and all that and who's the most likely to win versus not. But we've seen time and time again, obviously baseball is a very difficult sport, and if you can play your best baseball at the right time, then it can carry you for that month. And so we just got to get ourselves in so we can take our shot.
Now, we all know that Beane was to the point with his quotes. Cash, as we know, can be a little bit long-winded. Is that just a long-winded way of saying it's a crapshoot?
Yeah, I think so. And look, I mean, I don't want to pretend like I can crawl into Brian Cashman's brain and explain, but I think what probably has happened, he probably believes it's a crapshoot. All the things the one quote that I mentioned, that quote that you just played, they're essentially hinting at the same thing. I actually think that we may not remember this, but toward the end, Torre used that every year, and by the time he was fired, that was the one thing people got on him about, was relying on the whole crapshoot theme to explain away why the Yankees lost in 2005 and 2006 and 2007. And so he got roundly criticized for it. It would not surprise me if Brian took note of that in those days and said, you know what, one thing I'm never going to say? I'm never going to say the word crapshoot, even if I think it's a crapshoot, because it's a kind of loaded word that people don't want to hear, especially when you're talking about the Yankees. And look, I mean, and the Dodgers, God bless them. I mean, they've been able to survive the last couple of years. Let's not forget, they were on the ropes last year against the Padres.
Mm-hmm.
If the pitcher doesn't make that terrible throw in the Philly series, who knows what happens if they have to go back and win in Philadelphia. So, they've actually, experienced the crapshoot. They've just actually had the winning, I'm not a craps player, so whatever the winning dice hand would be.
Well,
they've actually come up with that. So it's I think it's true, but it's also something I understand that fans have grown tired of hearing.
Well, when you don't have the mojo, it's a crapshoot. When you have the mojo, it's by design. Like you just mentioned about they almost lost to the Padres, but didn't. They knew how to fight through that. Right now the team that wins all the time, the Florida Panthers, they were down 2-0 in a series last year and down in Game 3, found a way to win. Kansas City won a Super Bowl having to win 2 games on the road when it looked like their regular season wasn't all that, and then they found it later on. So is it just a case of, Mike, that maybe the Yankees just forgot how to win? Or maybe Cashman isn't bringing in winning players, because it seems like other organizations, when they find the formula, they know how to work it, and it's been a long time since the Yankees have had that formula.
And here's the thing, guys, is that, let's not forget that one of the amazing things about that Yankee dynasty from 96 to 2000, three championships in 4 years, they never played a Game 7. And I think only twice they played a Game 5. I'm pretty sure that's right. Maybe it's only once, because I know they played Game 5 in 2000. No, I think it was twice. Whatever. I mean, so they never put themselves in position to be victimized by the crapshoot, right? I mean, and I think that tells you what kind of team that was. And I think that, look, if you're good enough, you probably insulate yourself from allowing the crapshoot to invade. I mean, last night sure felt like the crapshoot for the Dodgers, and yet if they win today with Ohtani on the mound, they're going to feel like a pretty good sure bet to win the World Series again. And, won't really come close to being victimized by the whole randomness of it. I mean, I think if you're a good enough team, I think you're probably going to be able to insulate yourself from the randomness of the postseason. I get it. Baseball isn't like other sports where it's hard to predict and all this stuff. But, there is a certain element to that Yankees team that won all those championships. I think we have to keep remembering is that they never allowed themselves to be victimized by the crapshoot. And, I think there's a lot to be said for keeping something alive when you're able to do that.
Do you, just from like your observations watching this team and being around them, do you think there's a version of this team that if Aaron Boone were able to, fully manage the way he would want to, that there could be different results, or ultimately would him left to his own devices come somewhat close to how this team operates anyway?
Yeah, I think it's the last one, Peter, to be honest with you. I think it kind of goes to the makeup of the team. I just think that's, part of the reason why we see what we see in the years where they're not able to, to kind of get it done. And, let's remember, one of the impressive things to me about last year's team was that, the first 2 rounds, they took care of business when they were able to take care of business against the Royals and against the Guardians. And, of course, the Dodgers were a whole different animal. But I do think that again, I hate to keep referencing it, but when you talk about the dynasty teams, what made them different, you just look at the makeup of those players. And those were guys who were just grim and gritty and relentless. And it was all about, getting to 27 outs, and that was all that mattered. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter to these guys, but I just think that the makeup is different, and I think maybe that might explain why they're more prone to having a stumble or two in October. And in October, all you need is a stumble or two, and you can put yourself in trouble.
Mike, if we look at the Dodgers now, and I know Don referenced this sort of like, again, that if they win this one, that's 3-6. That's you're getting into that pseudo dynasty kind of level. But watching them yesterday, yeah, that was a dramatic game on many levels, with dramatic pitching performances, defense, all the parts of the game that you love. But on top of it, how did they score the majority of their runs? With the home run, yep. Right? And so that's kind of, if I'm not mistaken, the formula that the Yankees have been following forever has always been that, to just overpower your opponent. They have a lineup that can do that. So could you just say it's not the system that doesn't work, it's that the Dodgers pick better players than the Yankees do to execute it?
I mean, sure. I think fundamentally that's exactly the point, Alan, to be honest with you. I mean, look, Judge is as good as anybody on the planet, yep. Not named Ohtani. I'm not going to sit here and criticize, Bellinger, who's a great player. I love watching him play. Is he Freddie Freeman? I'm not sure you would probably say that you would give the check mark to Bellinger in that regard, right? If you go down the lineup, the fact of the matter is the Yankees don't have a player like Mookie Betts, who not only has the Dodger championship on his resume, but also went for the Red Sox. So, I think that's exactly right. And, you're looking at championship teams, and what makes them so special, especially baseball, is that they have a bunch of guys who are like-minded and who are able to perform and do what they do during the regular season exactly the same way in the postseason. And I think that's really what the Dodgers do better than anybody right now.
Talking to Mike Vaccaro from the Post here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. The other great debate we always have is, who would you rather have, Judge or Ohtani? And Yankee fans all say Judge because he's an A-plus defender. And Ohtani, we haven't really seen the unicorn on full display with his pitching abilities. But does this postseason put that argument to bed? And is there a general manager in baseball that would pick Judge over Ohtani?
I don't know that it puts to bed, but it certainly makes the Ohtani argument a lot stronger, just because of the pitching element. Because that, you use the word unicorn, it's right. I mean, I bet if Aaron Judge wanted to pitch, he could probably be a middle-league pitcher, which is, fine. Not a lot of people can be a big-league pitcher. I mean, but Ohtani is a guy, he had that game last week. We had 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts. I mean, that's just it's almost hard to wrap your brain around it because it's just never happened before. But I'll say this though, like the problem is when you do that, it almost feels like you're minimizing what Aaron Judge is. And we've all watched him play just about every game he's played since 2017, and it's just an amazing treat to watch. I mean, he's that good. And there was a point this year where you wondered if he was going to be able to hit 60 homers and hit 400. Now, he didn't do that, but the fact of the matter is that when he's playing at his best, he makes you think about things that just are supposed to be impossible. He just doesn't pitch. So, I mean, I think that, I guess you do have to give that to Ohtani only because of the pitching element. And my gosh, if he's ever able to put together a full season of 30 starts, and if he ever wins the Cy Young and the MVP because of the 2 elements of his game, I mean, it's going to be just, you're just never going to be able to top that. But look, I mean, I'm not a guy who's going to tell you that you shouldn't pick Judge because I'm around him. I see not only what he does on the field, but what he means to this team and to his teammates. So it's a great argument to have. I love it. It's one of those things you could have all day. But when you see what Ohtani does, it really does make you shake your head because my gosh, you're not only having it's like being the best heart surgeon in the world and also the best dentist. You shouldn't. Those skills shouldn't translate, and yet they do. And in Ohtani's case, they do.
It also is good for the sport when you can have 2 players of this magnitude, generational magnitude, and the argument of which one is better. And it's East Coast and West Coast. It's good for baseball. But if Ohtani gives you a performance tonight, like you mentioned that Game 3 against the Brewers where he did everything. If he has anything close to that, never mind. He doesn't have to swing a bat. They could walk him intentionally each time. But if he gives you a strong pitching performance, knowing his bullpen is exhausted, where they needed it most, I mean, he's like they win the World Series. He's easily the MVP, and that's one of the great postseasons anyone's ever had in the history of the sport.
Yeah, that's undisputed. And, you talk about what's good for baseball. I mean, I think it's wonderful for baseball that Ohtani is rising to this level in the postseason, the way he has. I mean, that's great for baseball. I mean, and if you like baseball, you do root for baseball as much as anything, especially if you don't have a dog in the hunt anymore. I think Yankees fans and Mets fans can both agree that they're going to root for baseball more than they're going to root for any of the teams in the series. And, in some sense of that, I mean, I think it was great for baseball that you have a debate, a legitimate debate on who's the American League MVP, Raleigh or Judge. I mean, I would pick Judge, but I mean, I think it's a fair debate, and it's wonderful to have that kind of debate. Mm-hmm. And, that's what's good for the game. And the chatter that's going to surround the series, that's why I kind of hope the Blue Jays get back into it. I mean, maybe they don't care who wins the series. I mean, the way the series has been played so far and the way Game 3 was played, you just wish for this to be at least a 6-game series, so it's a representative series. If it turns out to be a 5-game series, you'll be able to kind of put an asterisk on it and say, well, the games are nice, but the Dodgers are dominant. So, but I think all of us root for baseball at some point because we all like it. So that's the main rooting interest for a lot of us, I think.
Well, Vac, always good to talk to you, my man.
Yeah,
Thanks for clearing up all the Cashman stuff. We have used it a lot. We always want to be accurate, of course, so we figure let's get to the bottom of it and have you on. That's why you're one of the best. Thanks so
for
much.
making time, man.
Thank you.
Hey, great talking to you guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, Mike Vaccaro again.
Vac.
Vac.
Big Vac.
Hey, guys, every aspect of your business, from the most mundane to the most complex, will operate orders of magnitude better and faster when you add artificial intelligence. AI is literally a race to the top. Companies that engage AI first will win. Will that be you or your competitors? Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing, collections, and orders. Now, that's just a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN and get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. So what do we do, Don? Do we now just take that out of our lexicon, the Crapshoot line, and attributing it to Cashman? How do we do this?
I think he nailed it. Because Torrey used it so much, I think Brian made a conscious effort never to say it, but I think there's enough evidence that he still believes it. He's just smart enough not to get tagged with the quote, but I still think the philosophy from the organization is it's a different animal in the postseason. But there's other teams that are showing you that it's not.
So he's just talking around it.
I think he's talking around it, yes. That's my opinion.
Okay, well, you know what else we do on a Tuesday? No, we don't just talk around things. We talk about things.
And I have something that needs to be talked about. You could probably guess.
Well, we're going to talk about it and more. If you need to talk about something with us, 800-919-3776. Talk about it Tuesday next. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN 390557. MSRP $32,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 10/31/25.
That 3 Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. We have a fluid spill and a gas leak in Jersey on 23 and Cedar Grove southbound into Fairview Avenue. Fluid spill from a truck putting down some speedy dry. And 23 northbound into Alexander Avenue in Pequannock. Gas main break. The right lane is blocked. Cross Bronx, that's pretty heavy. Castle Hill Avenue out to the outbound GW Bridge, which is heavy across the span. Inbound on the upper deck of the bridge, we've got construction. Lincoln Tunnel, you're fine both ways. And getting out of town at the Holland Tunnel, there's a 15 to 20 minute delay. This report's sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. It's a national nonprofit offering more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit pcadevzone.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing. Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really this idiot
with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Sponsored by BetterHelp.
All right, guys. Time for Let's Talk About It Tuesday, sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health.
Sure.
You guys know where I'm going to go here, but it needs to be said.
Okay. Go
ahead.
No matter what happened yesterday, it's clear the Commanders were going to lose to the Chiefs. Too many mistakes. You knew the second on the first drive that the ball bounced off Debo's face after they marched right down the field. You just know. You've been watching football. Don, how long have you been watching it?
40 years, 40.
You've been watching football for over 40 years. You know, were you watching live at that point?
Yes.
They march right down the field. You're an 11-point dog. You march right down the field. You throw the ball off someone's face mask who never drops the ball, and you get an interception. I know at that point this is going to be tough sledding. Now, so I realize, outmatched, lost the game for a variety of reasons. But that doesn't change that I couldn't get Don LaGreca out of my head yesterday.
Really?
Because I'm not kidding. And guys, you know, if you're in the YouTube chat and you can start say whatever you want, you can even admit as much as you want to make fun of me and say I'm a commander boy, whatever. Every play where there's some sort of subjectiveness of the referees, some level of subjectivity exists. Don, the default every time is Chiefs. If the Commanders have the ball and they need 10 yards and they make it 9 yards and 11 and a half inches, the call on the field is short. Now the burden of proof is the other way. Exact opposite if the Chiefs have the ball. Every time, do you notice there were 2 plays in a row where the Commanders caught potential touchdowns, both immediately, including the second one, which with review was a pretty clear touchdown by Terry McLaurin on the field, out of bounds. Listen, I don't agree with the people who go crazy full bore and say the league is completely rigged. I think it's more that over time, referees, like everybody else, get used to a team being good and being right and being in the right position. And as a result, they start getting a lot. I don't know if you saw.
It's something I call momentum officiating.
That's a great way of putting it. And this has been this is 7-year momentum officiating at this point.
This has existed for a long time in various sports.
Oh, yeah.
There's a momentum officiating that just happens. I think it's a human nature thing.
Did you see?
I don't think they realize they're doing it.
Did you guys see when Mahomes got tossed to the ground in the end zone, how excited the ref was to pull that flag out to punish? Like,
I did not look at the ref.
The joke. You just watch the way he grabs that flag like it's a gun in the holster, baby. He could not wait. Oh, you don't do that. Not to Patrick Mahomes.
I thought he was going to get in there and protect him.
On the ground.
Get off him.
And then to find out God's in on it. That's the part that I think's troubling.
God's in him.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear the stat yesterday? The Chiefs have 8 fumbles this year.
Yeah.
They've recovered all 8.
That's hard to do.
That doesn't happen.
That is pretty amazing.
God, you too?
The ball just bounces away from you sometimes. It just happens.
It has
That's why
to.
the ball's shaped like that.
You would think, no.
You can't predict where it's going.
Yeah.
So it's just, this is, I don't think I hate them. You asked the question earlier, Don, and I thought it was a great question. Who do I hate more, the Chiefs or the Patriots? Because, I still have a chip on my shoulder from being one of the other teams who had to survive in this league while the Patriots were the Patriots. And I guess I probably hate them more because there was something about Belichick that was so much more hateable than Andy Reid. Andy Reid's not a hateable guy.
No. He likes nuggies.
Even Mahomes, who has some nozzle in him, he's not awful. It's just a frustrating thing to play against a team that's so good. They reload and continue to be good.
But don't the great teams all have that, what feels like they get every break and every call, like that whole thing, right?
Well, yeah, because you're good for long enough. You're consistent for long enough. Luck is...
And you expect it. Like, it just feels like the teams that have sustained success over a period of time in any generation of a sport, it just always feels like they just get every bounce, every call, every break.
Will I ever, and this is something that you can relate to me on this if you're a listener, no matter who your team is, will I ever get to know what it's like to just root for a team that's always good? Like, what is it like year after year? In football, it is so hard to be good over the course of a season, let alone every year.
I've had that twice in my life.
You did get to have it. Yeah, you really did. Well,
I was very young the first time.
But that's a good one.
But that's the best time to really enjoy it because you're too naive to think of anything negative or worry. You just expect to win every night.
But the Yankee one's pretty good, too.
The Yankee one was very good, but there was the heartbreak in the middle of it, of losing to Cleveland. But the Islanders run, and I was age 10 to 14.
Yeah, that might have cost you.
You got to be kidding.
That might be why you never get anything else in your life. It was that nice.
That this is my Namath. Like this, I sold my soul. I had nothing to do with it.
But
I just caught on at the right time, and it literally year after year. You're like, oh, we're gonna win. Oh, we're gonna win, and they did. They would go to the finals and sweep whatever poor, like this. It doesn't matter who the Minnesota North Stars. Yep, you take them out in 5.
But I mean the Chiefs,
the Canucks. Cute jerseys, sweep.
By the way, respectfully to hockey, though, football is even crazier. Like, managing to be able to put it together year after year in football is just so
modern
insane.
day, yes. That's what's different about back then. No one could have afforded to keep a team like that together for 5 years the way they did. Because it's impossible. There was no cap and no one got paid the way they do now. But I'm just saying, as far as mentally, like you said, will I ever? It is an unbelievably just comfortable position, and it's the most enjoyable thing ever.
Because the Chiefs...
It's nirvana for a sports fan.
The Chiefs and the Patriots, the secret sauce in the NFL is they got the quarterback and they got the coach. Because if you take a look at the rosters of both the Patriots and the Chiefs in their dynasty runs, with the exception of the perfect season for the Patriots with Randy Moss, that not all-time great players up and down the way you would think a team with a dynasty would. Like, they didn't keep things intact. They had different layers of defense and offense. The Chiefs have changed a lot of different players over the years. Kelsey's not the same. Schuster comes in, he's contributing. It's really just about getting great quarterback play and great coaching.
Isn't it like 4 guys that are really the consistent pieces, right? Chris Jones, Kelsey, Mahomes, and Andy Reid.
And those are
maybe
important
Spags.
Positions.
Right?
And
like everybody else has changed as much as anyone else. Like, and the Patriots, the thing about the Patriots run that everybody talked about was, while you had the coach and the quarterback, Do you remember, Don, what was the thing that was said about the Patriots, why they were so smart? Is they would never wait for a player to fall off. They would move on from you right before you were done. And then wherever you went, they thought they were we're getting a Super Bowl champ, and it's like, nope, nothing left. No tread on the tire. Like, they knew when to move on. They didn't get stuck into I feel compelled to give you this big extension, even though it's going to put us in cap hell. They never did that.
Then, that's the other secret. It really is knowing when to.
Tom took less.
Yep,
it helps.
Tom took less, and then you get players that take less because they want to be a part of the winning.
Yep.
So Junior Seau goes to New England because he wants to win a ring.
Yep.
So that certainly does help. I found the Patriots to be less annoying than the Chiefs, Peter. Maybe that's because the Giants beat the Patriots twice, but also. Part of what makes the Chiefs irritating is that Mahomes and Reed are out there. They're in every commercial. The Patriots really didn't do a lot during their run. Belichick never did anything. Mm-hmm. Occasionally Tom would do a commercial, but they just seemed less annoying. But I think most of it's because the Giants beat them, so it didn't bother me.
It's almost like hard for you to weigh in on this.
It is hard.
Like you literally embarrassed them. You have the two biggest. You almost got to love the Patriots because they brought the best memories for you, and the Giants ended up looking better than they've ever looked in history thanks to beating the Patriots. So you have like a positive association. All I have is play them every few years, get throttled, keep moving, and watch them dominate the league. So it's which is, I guess, where you're at more with the Chiefs. So it does make more sense in this case. But you're right. Are we going to think of Pacheco as being like some all-time player? No. But when you watch him in the offense now that the Chiefs run, it looks absolutely unstoppable. And, the game felt really even until the Chiefs get a lead. And then when Spagnuolo has a lead to play with, all of a sudden that defense goes up to a completely different level. You got to stay even with the Chiefs and keep their defense honest. The second they feel they can pin their ears back and come after you, especially if you're Marcus Mariota, respectfully, who was game, it's you can't do it. It's just too much.
The Chiefs are the Macarena.
The Chiefs are the Macarena, Don.
Well, I told you.
Nothing. There's nothing redeeming about them, though.
No,
you don't find anything.
No. The football, of course. I mean, listen, Mahomes he's
a maestro.
No, they ran a gimmick. They ran their Fakakta gimmick last night in the game that normally is such a waste.
Is that the one that they flicked it?
No. The vision. I mean the ESPN gimmick where they show where he's looking.
Yeah.
And normally I don't care about that. But they did it yesterday. And they show on one play the different directions his head goes where you can see him looking at receivers. There's not another quarterback in the league who looks at the field the way Mahomes does. He sees what every receiver does on every play. So guess what, guys? On 90% of football plays, someone's open. The defense has an impossible job. The question is your quarterback good enough and able to go through progressions well enough to find the open person? And no one's better at it.
I would think one of his special gifts as a quarterback is his spidey sense.
Oh, and some of the great spidey sense we've ever seen.
Like the tingling of, okay, the pocket's closing, I got to move. It's uncanny that, because you're right, his eyes never go on what's happening in front of him. Never. He never is looking at once the ball's snapped, of course, what any of the defensive line is doing or how close anybody is. He has this ridiculous sixth sense that he can just feel when I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. He's never stuck like that because his eyes are always down the field and he's scanning to not only moving defenders but just watching something and anticipating it. But that little flick pass that he can throw sometimes. And it's on target, like just accurate. Insane.
The rope that he threw to Kelsey in the end zone. And also, isn't it funny, when a team goes on to win a game, storylines change, right? And Kelsey ended up getting a couple of just wide open passes where the Commanders did what they've done all year, which is have a defensive breakdown and someone's wide open. But if that game stays close, we're talking about the fact that for the second time this year, Travis Kelsey handed an interception to the other team.
Yeah.
And it ends up going away. He gets a TD later. Mm-hmm. But, I'm sorry, Travis Kelsey of old isn't just having balls bounce off his hands up into the air to be taken by another, Bobby Wagner.
You can see with Kelsey that while he's still very useful, it's time.
Yeah.
If he wants to end it while still being good, it's time.
Like you could see it.
Yeah, he could stick around and start sliding into jabroni land. But if he wants to retire and still look like 87, yeah, I would say we're probably.
What's jabroni land? Like what is
land
that look?
It's a land of jabronis.
Well, what does it look like? Give me an example.
Like who's there?
Yeah, like give me an example. Like what's a day in jabroni land like?
Well, for example, he's a tight end, right? So think of
That's
like
his
basically
position.
every tight end
I
that's
don't
been on
know
the Giants and Jets the last decade. He doesn't want to go there, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't want to put on a jersey that people go, oh, he played for them? Like you don't want that.
That's jabroni land.
That's jabroni land. You don't want to be in jabroni land.
Yeah, no one wants the Kelsey 87 Panthers jersey.
Right.
Like that happened.
Yeah. That's like Namath Rams jersey.
They're and by the way, they're in the perfect spot because I would say right now it looks like they should get one more, and it should be this year. Even though I said it was over last year.
You guys would be so happy, wouldn't you, come February if we're talking about this?
Especially if they play the Eagles. Oh, you kidding me?
Oh, more Eagles.
I'm tired of them playing in every big game. I'm tired of during the commercials, I've got to see Reed for Maruski. I'm done.
We're going to get more of that. I'm not done, though, telling you about bath fitter, guys.
Please do.
Yeah, because as I told you, we updated a bath in our house, and we converted a tub to a shower. They do that. Not just the tub. They don't just cover up the tub and clean all that up. They can rip out the tub and put it in this gorgeous shower. That's what we did. My sister liked it, so she said, you know what? I have a tub I don't like. I want to update my bath. So she went the unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit, and she got that done. And we're both very happy. They send a bath fitter consultant that takes you through the process, free in-home consultation, pick out style, color, all the specifics, accessories, and you can update your bath, customize the way you wanted it. Now, listen, if there's a time to do it, it's now. No money down, no payments, no interest for 18 months. That takes you to April of 2027, everybody. So if it's time to update a bath, do it now. It's a permanent solution. They are the leader in bathroom renovation. It's done in one day, durable, easy to clean, no demolition, lower cost than a replacement. Don't go with the new guys that are saying, oh, we do that too. But they're not the experts. And you know what else they don't do? Lifetime guarantee. That means it'll last a lifetime. That's the guarantee.
Oh.
You can trust the bath fitter team like we did. Start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one bath fitter.
Now, I also would like to thank everyone for participating. Let's Talk About It Tuesday, sponsored by BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. Don, did I take all the talk about it?
Did you have a talk about it?
Oh yeah, it's like 3 straight weeks. I don't.
No,
I
are you
do
kidding
the work
me?
And I got nothing.
Well, he wants to talk about that.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, please.
No,
Want to do it on the other side?
No, it's over. But
he's moving on.
I did notice that
he's all set.
I got to do my daily news picks.
Okay.
Right. So I was doing them, and they gave the standings. I'm now in first place.
Whoa!
You know why? Last week, I went 12-1 in my picks.
That's not nothing.
And that's with the spread.
Wait, no, Don. No, you didn't.
I went 12-1. The one loss was my 3-point play.
Of course it was.
The Cowboys were my only loss.
Wait, Don, you went 12-1
against
the
against the spread last week.
That's pretty good.
I've never heard of that.
That's insane.
No, I've never. People buy new houses after weeks
This
like
is
that.
Donnie the Greek we're talking about.
Yeah,
Can you
Donnie the
imagine?
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, now I'm in first place. Pretty cool.
12-1 against the spread.
Yeah, that means he all right, so he needs to now go on a run to completely take over. He's in first place now.
He could have hit a 7-game parlay that would have made him like. What does $100 get you, Anthony, on like a 7-game parlay?
Depends on the odds. It'd be very high, though.
Yeah. You know what? He wouldn't be on the show with us right now. He'd still be calling Devils games.
No, Devils he'd do.
You would be still doing the Devils, but you would be long gone from here. Long gone.
I'd have a goodbye show.
Oh, so you think you'd be on Monday would have been your goodbye show.
I just didn't. Wow.
Well,
good for me.
Came very close, but that's good. You made other people rich, which is kind of nice, too.
That's what we're here for.
I guess so. Well, we'll talk about it with Don coming up. We'll talk about it with you as well, 800-919-3776. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Hey, Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's tally time.
I like when he holds it.
It's tally time.
Knicks and the Bucks. Coverage immediately follows us right here on 880. That is at 7. The Knicks and the Bucks playing in Milwaukee. Yes, Giannis. I got something on that we can get to a little bit later on. You can hear coverage of the World Series Game 4 on the ESPN New York app and following the Knicks coverage on 880. So, of course, it'll join in progress once the Knicks Bucks game's over.
In the 13.
Yeah, right. So they'll take you right up about the 14th inning.
Right.
Rangers and the Canucks. That's tonight. Coverage of that game is on 10:50 a.m. That starts at 9:30. Don is in Colorado, as you know, and he's got the Devils, who are on an absolute toot. 8 in a row, looking for 9, looking to sweep a home and home. A very bizarre home and home, by the way, Donnie.
Yes, first time ever Devils and Avalanche played a home and home. Last time they were called the Nordiques.
Wow. And that's when they were in Quebec.
Yeah.
So that's at 9. Islanders and the Bruins. Everybody's playing tonight. Islanders visit the Bruins up in Boston. That's at 7:15.
Frozen Frenzy.
Oh, that's the whole league's playing. But I'm saying just locally, we've got almost everybody playing. How about this? Even the NYCFC, Don's favorite team. Your playoffs, they begin their MLS Cup playoff run in Charlotte. That's at 6:45. Tullamore the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore or try the new Tullamore honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore responsibly. What did I tell Anthony I wanted to do here?
You mentioned a couple things. We mentioned Knickerbockers.
Yeah, no.
Not yet?
No, I don't know if we do that here. What did I say to you? Because I can go to calls. Very happy to do that.
But there was something you said?
Yeah.
Is it different than what you originally said that you said?
I don't know, because we don't have enough time for the Knick thing. Giannis, I got some very interesting information about Giannis that Knick fans might want to hear. Just save that for the 5 o'clock hour.
But is it going to be upsetting information?
No. It just allows you to settle in on the Giannis story.
To dream.
Right. Yeah. How about this from Mel Kiper from DNR this morning?
Sure.
That if you're a Jets fan and you're looking forward to a big quarterback draft, here's what you got.
It may end up being just Fernando Mendoza, because I've said all along, I think Dante Moore, and I think that Ty Simpson and Lenora Sellers and Sam Levitt and John Mateer and all these quarterbacks should go back. Field Yates said yesterday in our podcast, the First Draft podcast, he had spoken to people in the league that think the intel that they're getting is that those quarterbacks will be going back. Now, I haven't heard that in the definitive. I don't think you can be that definitive yet, but Field's hearing that from his sources in the league. We were talking about that with mine the other day, and again, you look at, if it's just Fernando Mendoza, that's one quarterback. I mean, maybe in the first round, there's going to be one quarterback. That's it for all these quarterback-needy teams.
Yeah.
In the
Jets having the first pick, that might get them to want to stay in school even more. Just judging on the history. Sorry.
Unnecessary. I'll take Marcus Mariota from you there, Pete.
Oh, by the way,
how about that?
yeah, we had that conversation earlier.
I honestly, first of all, I saw passion out of him last night that you don't normally see. He was pissed off about something because he got sacked, but just to see that fire, he's been pretty good. He was a number 2 pick in the draft once.
Well,
he's
what frustrates me. That's what frustrates me. I saw a clip today, and again, I saw it for 2 seconds, so I don't want to beat up the messenger.
But
well, number one, I couldn't beat him up, but number 2, it was a quick clip of Canty, I think, on TV saying, it's time to go to Shedeur Sanders. Dylan Gabriel's not an NFL quarterback. I know nothing about Dylan Gabriel, but man, I'm sick of us on TV and people in the media having to go, we've seen 3 games. This is their life dream. They've made it really far. 3 games, not an NFL quarterback. Time to move on. Because Marcus Mariota
now. He's not an NFL quarterback right now.
Maybe he does, but no one ever says it that way. It doesn't sound sexy.
We never do.
But you take a Marcus Mariota, for example, who was not ready at the time. He was drafted in a position that made sense. He won the Heisman Trophy. He was not ready for the spot he was in. But now you look at him 5-6 years in, getting some experience, and you go, well, this guy could be valuable for a football team. Sometimes these guys need to go on a path that's a little different, and I understand it. It may not be on your team as your starter. Maybe they need to go around the league, but I just think we throw people away so quickly in this position.
Well, and look what I'm doing to Justin Fields, coming off one of his best performances ever, and I'm just now ready to move on to another retread quarterback that I'm trying to see hopefully catch it.
There's a healthy sample size with Fields, 3 different teams. That's why he's been on 3 different teams as opposed to
But Don, wouldn't you agree?
3 games in the NFL
but Don,
on a bad team.
Isn't it possible, though, that, and this is what's so wacky about the position, if Justin Fields post-Pittsburgh, where he wasn't awful, but obviously Tomlin saw something he didn't like, and Tomlin's a knowledgeable guy, if he had gone to a team that's capable of sort of building players properly, we don't know what Justin Fields could become.
No,
he went to the worst. He went where quarterbacks go to die. He needed to go to quarterback camp, and he went to quarterback hell. Justin Fields, we don't know, guys. We're watching him play on the Jets. When was the last time we saw a quarterback play well on the Jets? Rodgers was the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play football, was okay on the Jets.
Right. The best quarterback performance most recently would probably be Fitzpatrick in 2014. So that's over a decade
he was
ago.
good. I was going to go back to Favre in 2008. Favre was unreal.
Well, Favre was actually great.
But you're saying great play. That offense was insane.
It was fantastic for 12 games.
But Fitzpatrick was good that year. It just fizzled at the end.
He did the most he could that Fitzpatrick is capable of.
For sure. The only winning season they've had since their championship game appearance. They did win 10 games and
still didn't make the playoffs.
Just lost tiebreakers. I want to let you know there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Go ahead. What are they?
It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Yeah. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX 32.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM8416131. MSRP $26,980. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
Well, coming up, Don and I and Peter are going to debate. This is one of the great New York debates that we're going to have. And we want you involved in it. Because right now, what we love to have, is when you have two great players in a sport, and we can't decide which one's the best. Who is the best player in baseball right now? Is it Aaron Judge, or is it a Shohei Ohtani? A definitive answer coming up next. Don Hahn,
really? Wow.
ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. We have some double troubles on the BQE in Brooklyn. Westbound at the Williamsburg Bridge, there's a crash, and there's an accident westbound at Hamilton Avenue, the Battery Tunnel. Grand Central isn't so great eastbound to Jewel Avenue because of a collision there. And it's slow in the Beecher Deacon, northbound into Fordham Road because of a crash. Hudson River crossing's not bad. The exception, the Holland Tunnel. Outbound, there's a 20 to 30-minute delay, and inbound 5 to 10 from 1 and 9. This report's sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit offering more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson for 3. And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
5:02 in the big city, the big 5 o'clock hour with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number. We want to get you in on this conversation because, look, watching that game last night alone, that was an epic baseball game, an epic World Series game. And one of the stars, there were many stars in this thing. I mean, Freeman with a walk-off. There was a lot. I mean, Kershaw coming in, might have been his last appearance as a Dodger. You never know. Getting a huge third out in a big spot. Like, there was just so much happening. How about Springer gets hurt? We don't know what's his availability for tonight's game. That's a big part for the Blue Jays. But just, there were great defensive plays. There were warning track shots.
By the way, did you guys see the video of Kershaw's wife watching the at-bat?
No.
Dude, I just reposted on my Twitter if you get a second.
Right.
If you want to see what it looks like to see a spouse like living and dying and the success with her partner.
Probably
like,
because she knew what that was.
Dude,
that moment right there.
She like can barely stand up and watch. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
You're right. It had so many things last night.
Yeah,
man.
it was great. But in the center of it all was a performance for the ages by Shohei Ohtani.
The big man.
Who, again, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. He was on base 9 times. And it got to a point where the Blue Jays just wouldn't pitch to him anymore, and he walked 5 times intentionally. And so it does lead us to this thought of when he's doing that. And then, by the way, just to let everybody know, that game ended just before midnight local time, I believe, right? In LA?
It's like 2:30 here.
And so when Dave Roberts talked to his players in the clubhouse after the game, he said, "We got a game today, later today." And then somebody said, Ohtani's pitching. And Ohtani smiled. He did like a fake, he went into the stretch and all that stuff. But the idea that the guy that just had an epic offensive impact game is now going to pitch in a World Series game the next night, and he could end up, because we saw what he did in the NLCS in that amazing performance. He had 3 home runs and then 10 or double-digit strikeouts. And so if he comes through tonight, you really got to feel like this is one of the great performances we've ever seen by a baseball player. But right now, because we don't know what's going to happen tonight, we have gone a long enough time with many people that are experts, not just us, but the likes of Passan, the likes of Buster Olney, saying that Aaron Judge is one of the greatest hitters we've ever seen in baseball, and he could be the best player in the sport right now. He's up for MVP again. He could win it. Yeah. Although everybody believes it's going to be Cal Raleigh. But I want to set up something that is always fun to do in sports. Mike Vaccaro was on with us earlier. He loved it, and it is the great debate. Who is the best player in baseball right now? Shohei Ohtani, who's a 3-time MVP, or Aaron Judge, a 2-time, potentially 3-time MVP?
So you're saying you want to ask the audience, is the answer Shohei Ohtani, or are you wrong?
You could ask that. But I'm not.
Because I guess it depends what you're looking for. But
what are you looking for, Peter? Start with you.
I've said this for a long time. I used to get frustrated almost with the which you, Don, was it 2 or 3 years ago when we had the really big Judge Ohtani MVP fight? Was it 3 seasons ago?
More recent than that, but yeah, it was like
probably 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? And oh yeah, it was 2 years ago. And I eventually caved and kind of came to the side of like, okay, Judge's numbers by the end of the year were just so insane that it seemed like it made sense. But I almost felt like Ohtani gets punished because he's such a unicorn. It's like, well, not everybody can do what he does. It's like, well, okay, sorry. That's
the definition.
That has to be factored in.
Of uniqueness.
That shouldn't be, he shouldn't lose points. You know, and when we get into this, I know what Don is going to say because he says it every time we have this conversation. He's not the only one who says it. He'll casually throw out Judge is an A-plus defender.
Well, he's not.
He's not an A-plus defender.
Don's being nice.
He's a really good defender.
He's above average.
He's a very above average with a big arm, and you're happy when you have him in right field. But like, what level of play would one have to have as a right fielder on a team to try to surpass someone who, even if they only give you 15 starts as a valuable pitcher, it's such a tough comp to me, Don, even if you're a really great fielder. Now, I think the biggest argument Judge has is that average-wise, he's like 50 points. He was like 50 points ahead of Ohtani in average this year. So he really does hit for average as well as MASH. But to me, the argument is over because the number one thing that every Yankee fan calls and complains about is Judge in the postseason. And I bet any Yankee fan out there would trade Judge's entire postseason career for what Shohei Ohtani has done just this season and is now going for a second World Series. So I just think I don't see how you can honestly say it's Judge.
But I think it is a lot more interesting when you consider the fact that, hey, batting 50 points higher is not nothing.
It's not.
And we can argue how good a defender Judge is, but he's out there pretty much every day, where Ohtani's a DH on the days he's not pitching. And yet Judge can still be the better hitter. He's a better hitter than Ohtani. I mean, Ohtani's hot right now, but he's broken the American League record for home runs. He hits for a higher average. And even with Ohtani pitching, Judge still seems to have a better WAR. Now, I can't sit here and figure out what WAR means, but they do judge that as, hey, he's a complete ball player, even though he doesn't pitch. So I do
WAR
think
is your impact on winning, and isn't that the last metric that matters for a great player?
Right, and he does impact because we can argue his ability to defend, but he does have a good glove. He does have a very strong arm.
And you're right, and he's out there every night.
And he's out there, most nights. Now that's going to change as he gets older, but right now he's been able to stay healthy, and he's putting up unbelievable numbers. Best right-handed hitter that I've ever seen. And then you look at Ohtani, we haven't seen the full unicorn because he hasn't had a whole year to pitch. But there's a uniqueness about Ohtani, a specialness. And also, I asked Mike Vaccaro, if you're a general manager, who would you draft? Yeah. You probably draft Ohtani because there's more value for the contract because he can do more. Plus, the amount of money the Dodgers are raking in from Japan because of this guy is outrageous.
All right, well, I don't think we factored that in on who's the best player in the sport. But I understand. I understand you're using that as a case. There's a definitive answer, guys.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to give it to you in a moment. But first, I have to
look what you did.
He's a professional. But I want to get the attention of YouTube TV customers because I need to warn you: you could lose ESPN.
Sure could.
And the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. You don't want that. So take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN and great programming like this one. And here's the point I want to make.
Good.
Ohtani is probably the most fascinating player in the sport. That's what I'll say. Fascinating. But what's your best ability?
Availability.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, let's not act like Judge hasn't had his moments, too.
Earlier in his career.
Yeah, but not that early.
Well, but 3 of the last 4 years, he's played over 150 games.
All right,
he's always yes, he's always available. Now, WAR does matter, too. Now, I am just going to say the WAR part of it does stand out. But when you look at batting average and what he can do, he is the most compelling player in the sport. Now, Ohtani, again, fascinating. But you know what I need you to do? I need you to do it for more than 14 games. I need you. You know what his best batting average season was? Last year. Do you know what he didn't do last year? Pitch. So we call him a unicorn. And you know what's real about the unicorn thing? You never see it. Now, we could see it in this World Series. And I could have a different opinion tomorrow. I'm allowed to because things change in a sport. But right now, Judge is still the best player. Ohtani, however, is having a playoffs that can change that conversation quickly. But what he's got to do is he's got to have a performance on the mound tonight to follow what he did at the plate last night. That's legendary. If you go back-to-back and one with the bat and the other one on the mound, then yes, then I will yield the floor. Yeah. But right now, pending what we see tonight, I still will argue right now Aaron Judge is the best player in the sport.
And we can. I just think there's a lot more debate to it. So I don't think it's the slam dunk that Peter made it out to be.
Right.
I like your defense of Judge because there is something to the fact that he's a better hitter and he's a really good defender, and we haven't seen Ohtani pitch on a regular basis. But he did give you that performance against the Brewers.
That's what I mean.
He's got the potential to give them a 3-1 series lead in this World Series, which is special. But another factor that weighs in Ohtani's favor is what he did last night. Judge has yet to do in the postseason.
Well, that's a big.
Which is
big
why,
one.
again, I am conceding the fact that this is not a closed conversation. I did not drop a mic. I did not say case closed.
No.
I did not put a period at the end of the sentence. What I said was pending what happens tonight. Because if he gives you a great pitching performance, saves his bullpen, wins the game, he doesn't even have to swing a bat. He can go 0 for 4 tonight. But if he gives you a pitching performance and back-to-back off of that, then yes, I will have to change my opinion. You're right.
Let me ask it this way, and we want to bring the callers in at 1-800-919-3776. We can debate what they've done in their careers so far up to this point. And certainly everybody outside of New York is going to vote for Ohtani because they all saw what happened last night. They all saw what happened in these playoffs and how good he's been. If you're going to bet on who the better player is going to be over the next 5 years, who would you bet on?
Over the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Would you say that? Would you say that, or would you say who would you rather have for the next 5 years?
Well, I guess it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, right?
It is the same thing, but it's still
I think
bet
this
is
potentially can age better for Ohtani.
Why? Why would you say that?
He's already had his Tommy John, so there's a chance that he can be a better pitcher moving forward. And how good the Dodgers are on the opportunities in the postseason.
Isn't there not a greater chance that he could break down because of that?
Sure, you don't think you don't think with that frame Judge has?
No,
that he's going to age well. I don't think so either.
I don't think that the frame has anything to do with it. I think he keeps himself in phenomenal shape.
I know, but we have not seen bodies that big. Michael always brings up Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield was scrawny compared to Judge, right? Judge is built like bigger than a linebacker, and so far it's been great. But, Judge is probably going to, in the next few years, certainly when Stanton's gone, is going to start being more of a DH, which will take the defense out of the argument.
Okay. So now that's gone from the argument. And
now that's gone.
And by the way, imagine a world in which Shohei is now continuing to pitch because he's already had the Tommy John, and Judge can't even be in the field.
I'm telling you guys, the pitching and also then hitting on a daily basis, there's a wear and tear factor there that nobody's considering. And once again, this is a guy that is not always available to do both.
But real quick, to do both is fair. The last couple of years, to do both has been certainly in question.
Yep.
But you sort of casually threw out Ohtani's availability or lack thereof. And going back to if we look back to the last 5 years, I understand the last couple of years from a pitching standpoint, he has not always been available.
But that's part of his.
And that's part of his thing.
Part of the deal.
But still, but just because you threw out the best abilities availability. In games played, 158, 159, 135, 157, 155. He is generally available. Yes, he lost the Tommy John thing. Obviously, took out a year and a half of pitching. Judge going back the last 5 years, you're talking about 152, 158, 106, 157, 148. They're similar in terms of availability. They are. I don't think
both of them have played over 700 games.
And by the way,
in the 5 year span, they've both played 700 games.
But part of evaluating the next 5 years might be a World Series MVP this year.
Yes, I'll repeat. I have the right to change my mind.
Well,
if tonight he has the
tomorrow,
epic performance.
we could have a different conversation.
That's why I asked you right now, today, before the game is played.
And that's why I gave you the answer I gave you. Right now, I'm still going to go with Judge, but with an asterisk.
True, but to my question, before the game is played tonight, if you're going to bet on who is going to be better in the next 3 years, say 3 years from now, is it still even debatable? Is Ohtani the man? Is Judge the man? Are we still having an argument about it over the next 3 years? How do you think it's going to age? I won't go 5. I'll go 3 years.
3 years?
Over the next 3 years.
Yeah, so he's from 33, 34 to 36, 37.
Yeah.
But again, with the numbers, he gets better each year. The numbers that he has put up offensively, the last 2 he's leading the league in a million categories. Like, this guy is it's I didn't say it, Buster Olney said it. It's one of the great hitters in the history of the sport.
But
so how would I feel like it's just going to drop off? Like he's suddenly just never going to hit again? He's not DJ LeMahieu.
I know, but part of the conversation is that if Judge continues to be, and listen, I thought he was great this postseason. But if he doesn't have a ring and Ohtani's got a couple and he's got a World Series MVP, which I'm sure if he wins tonight and pitches well and they're up 3-1, they're going to win the series and he's going to be the MVP, that'll be part of it. So all the Yankee fans they're going to call defending Judge are the ones that rip him for not being great in the postseason. Now maybe they're over that because he was not the reason they lost this year, but he was not good in the postseason. Now, Ohtani wasn't great either. His World Series got cut short a bit with the shoulder injury early in that World Series against the Yankees. But what he's doing now in this postseason is just off the charts.
And
it's excellent. It really is.
And you can't, even in spite of the fact that last year he wasn't really all the way there, in the eyes of fans, it's still a ring. Still another ring in the Ohtani years.
He did not have a great playoff, though, and he was not very good. He was not really there in the World Series.
But I'm just saying, imagine
physically he broke down.
But if you're a Yankee fan and you had a year where Judge wasn't the best version of Judge, but you still had all the regular season Judge you get, and in one of his bad playoff years they won the ring, it still has a major impact on the feeling fans have for a player.
Of course.
And this could be ring number 2 for Ohtani.
I do think that everyone's pushback will be that Judge just has not been able to win the big one. And the one year he plays well in the postseason, his team loses right away. So I get it. But I think that there's this. I don't think this is a fait accompli. I don't think this argument is as simple as you think. But I do believe that tonight we could have a performance that changes everybody's mind. That's a real thing.
And I'm curious to talk to the people, the Yankee fans in particular, to see where they're at between Judge and Ohtani. But I'll also remind you guys, it is still NBA tip-off week. That's right. And FanDuel is still your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score the next basket to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now's the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So visit FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over, and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issues non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Freddie Freeman hit the walk-off because, of course, that's what he does. And, of course, he was getting all the accolades after the game, but even he was in awe of what his teammate did.
Weird how the game works sometimes, right? Shohei's game, I hope we don't lose sight of getting on. Our starting pitcher tomorrow got on base 9 times tonight. Just incredible. You're hitting balls right center, left center, like Shohei was tonight. You just knew he was feeling good. So, I mean, that's the right move. You don't want Shohei to beat you and let other guys try and beat you after his first 4 at-bats, and it took a lot longer, but finally did it.
Our starting pitcher tomorrow got on base 9 times today. Those are words that haven't been said in this sport in over 100 years. 800-919-3776. Let's start off with Chuck in Long Island. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, can't believe I got through. This is the hottest show on the radio. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, buddy.
I've been on hold long enough for 3 live Ramsey Mazda reads from there as well. So I appreciate that.
Wow.
As well.
Hope you enjoyed them.
Look, only 6% battery, so I'll be quick from there as well. First off, I love the chemistry, love the show. Shout out to Metronome and the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat is on fire from there as well. Peter, love your work on WWE. Alan, you're a ninja when it comes to Knicks. Plus, you were really nice to me when I was an intern for the Islanders, so I appreciated that.
Cool.
From there. And Don, although I'm an Islander fan, congrats on the Devils. They found their guy, and your call's already becoming epic.
Thank you, man.
There.
Come on, man.
The reason for my call, look, baseball gets a lot wrong, a lot. But you started today on this issue of changing the walk rule for a 1-of-1. And they've already opened that Pandora's box. They have the Ohtani rule, where on a day he pitches, he can stay in the lineup if he gets pulled as a pitcher.
Yeah.
Right? So that's
DH,
really
yeah.
a 1-of-1 rule. So I don't know. I don't think there's any other pitchers currently out there. So there's no reason why baseball can't change that rule when it comes to the intentional walk. I thought Peter made a great point at the beginning of the show. He was talking about you turn on the game last night after Monday Night Football. You see the best player maybe playing in the playoffs right now, and he gets walked 5 times. There's nothing to see. But they didn't change that when Bonds had that historical season and set the record for intentional walks, right? So they never changed it then. So I don't know if that would infer anybody to change from there as well. But keep up the great work, guys. Love the show and love being a part of it.
Well, just a reminder, though, like when you think about Bonds' time, that moment in particular, eyeballs were on baseball. They were not in the same game. We're going back over 25 years now.
Also, Bonds wasn't doing this in the World Series.
Wasn't the World Series, but he also wasn't doing it alone. So you had a handful of players that are going absolutely nuts in that era. Thank you, steroids. And people really wanted to watch. We have seen, I don't know what the exact numbers are, guys, but I can guarantee you which direction the chart's going in terms of viewership in baseball between then and now. So the way that they may approach this could be different than Bonds because the need for Shohei Ohtani is considerably higher than it was. You have Ohtani, you have Judge. That's basically it.
Do you think, both of you, after last night and Ohtani pitching tonight, shouldn't they almost set a record tonight when it comes to a rating?
You would think it would be a huge
You would
number.
think that, like, it's on Fox. There's no excuse. Like, how are people not compelled enough to tune in at some point? Like at 9 p.m., it should peak, shouldn't it?
I would
If
hope,
he's still in the game,
I would hope you'd get a really big number tonight, but I can't guarantee. I just can't call it with baseball.
Gotta be. Let's go to Tony down in Tampa. What's up, Tone?
Fellas, what's going on?
What's happening?
So here we go. This debate is exactly what's wrong with the MVP conversation, right? And so I'm a Yankee fan. I'll preface it with that. But can't both be true? Both teams at full strength. I would say Aaron Judge is more valuable to the Yankees than Shohei is to the Dodgers. Now, with that being said, the simple fact that he pitches, he struck out 10 the last time he was on the mound. I mean, can't he be a better player right now, but Judge is more valuable to his team?
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean? So again, with the whole MVP debate, it's like, all right, so are we voting for the most valuable or are we voting for the best player?
Well, we're not voting. We're trying to make an argument of best player. Like, just who's the best in the sport right now. That's really what it's just simply about. Like, the best player. Just down to the brass tacks of that.
Fan, I would probably say, Alan, as a Yankee fan, I'm probably going to go with Ohtani.
Okay.
I mean, the guy goes out there, and if he shuts down, he struck out 10 scoreless
unbelievable
innings the last time
day.
he was out.
Yes.
Right?
And 3 home runs.
If he does it again, I don't know if you can argue it.
Yeah, well, that's
tough.
Thanks for the call, and that's exactly my point. Right now, I'm feeling one way. That can change tonight. Because I saw what he did to the Brewers, and it's like, wow.
So you seeing it one more time would put it over the top in the World Series?
Come on, that
after a game in which you get on 9 times.
The next day, yeah, that would be pretty amazing.
9
times.
But what he says is true. Like, the MVP award is more of a team award because if you have less talent around you, you've got a better chance of winning the MVP. Of course. That's why Raleigh's got an excellent chance to do it. It's the Mariners, not the Yankees.
Right.
But I tell you what, if I'm walking Ohtani and I'm walking Judge, I'm facing Bellinger as opposed to Betts. I think Betts is the better player.
Yeah. There's a lot there.
But last year, it was Juan Soto. So, it really depends on who's around you when it comes to the MVP. But the question is, who's the best player right now? Forget MVP.
Right.
Forget everything. Just what are your eyeballs telling you?
800-919-3776. So we're going to talk to you. We got tons of calls. We want to hear from you next. Stay with us. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Listen up, football. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. 1 down, 1 to go on the Major Deegan. There was a crash northbound into Fordham Road. That's been cleared away. Now we have one southbound to the Cross Bronx. That's being picked up in the Cross Bronx. That's pretty heavy. Castle Hill Avenue out to the outbound GW Bridge. Inbound the bridge, not bad. Lincoln Tunnel outbound a 15 to 20 minute backup. At the Holland Tunnel, it's up to 30 minutes. And in at the Holland Tunnel, there's a 10 to 15 minute wait if you use the 1-9 approach. And the BQE westbound at the Williamsburg Bridge, there's a crash. This report's sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN, New York.
We are moving now.
Electric bikes are everywhere. They are quiet and very fast. Teens ride them on the roads, in bike lanes, but also in places they should not be, like sidewalks and parks.
Look out!
When you ride, wear a helmet. Don't speed. Watch out for pedestrians and cars. New York State and your community have specific rules for electric bikes. Follow them. Go to trafficsafety.ny.gov for more info. A message brought to you by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at ServiceTitan.com.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Wow.
Now, what we know, this isn't our song. I do love the movie, but we know who always plays this. Come on, Jake. What's up your sleeve? Jake was a bad guy earlier. Remember, he's that guy Thursday.
Yeah, he's got some bad guy in him.
So what do you got cooking?
Oh, no reason. I mean, we talked about the best. I feel like it had to be played either that or Tina Turner, Simply the Best.
I would have been good.
I would have played Simply the Best.
I would have gone Tina Turner just because we know this is owned by another show, and now they're going to tomorrow morning.
It's going to be beef.
You know they're going to just turn it into some drama-filled, emotional rant about
what do they play it
originality.
On? What segment do they use it for?
Well, isn't this his Stump Rothenberg thing?
That's what it is? It's his Fakakta Stump Rothenberg thing?
I consume the show way too much.
He's the best at Googling.
Oh, see.
That's an allegation. That's an allegation.
See, I did
not expect that.
No, that went up and in.
Wow, yes.
Right up in there.
That was up and in.
I didn't expect it, but here we are.
Don just went right on the chin.
Yeah, laid it right there.
Come on, we all don't think that?
No, I think he's legitimately.
No, he's very good. He's very good.
But he also cheats, is what you're saying.
He's got a lot of Rain Man.
A lot of Rain.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he just starts, like, when he gives answers, you're like.
Wapner, definitely Wapner. Definitely going to watch Wapner.
What do I got to do here? I got to give away tickets.
There you go. Come on.
New York soccer fans, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here. On Saturday, November 1st, that's coming up, right?
Right, it's right around the corner.
I believe that's Saturday. This Saturday, New York City FC returns to Yankee Stadium because they're not using it right now. For Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte FC. Kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. What a gorgeous autumn afternoon that sounds like. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab, submit your entry. Don't miss this opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the cup. Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC.
I see what you did.
That's right.
How's our boy Kanji doing with the soccer? I don't get a chance to watch.
I'm sure he's doing great because we love Steve Cangelosi.
Yeah.
And he is great.
Do I know Steve?
You would.
I know Steve?
No, you'd know.
You think I know Steve there, Don?
No.
No.
Thank you.
Well, I tried.
Well, he was the Devils announcer like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He did it for a
while.
The only Devils announcer I recognize is Don LeGreg.
That's right. There's only one that we know.
Well, Doc. You got to think. Don't forget Doc.
Well, when was that?
It's a million years ago.
Yeah, Don.
They were using a square puck back then.
When did they use a square puck?
Don't PP a great joke from Alan.
Is there a Newsday?
Poo PP. You get the idea.
Is there a Newsday article from Alan Hahn back in the day, like
with the square puck?
When are we gonna
change to the
circular?
When I was covering hockey, the boards were all low.
Yeah.
There was no netting.
No netting.
No
glass.
There was no dasher board ads.
And not even glass. You get smacked and fly right over the top.
Actually, there was no glass. They had it was chain link fencing.
Yeah, it was like what do they call that? Like not barbed
chicken wire.
Chicken wire.
Chicken wire. Yeah.
It was like a steel cage match every game.
It felt like it. But those were the days. It's when men were men.
That's when men were men.
Don, you don't want to finish that one?
Am I allowed to? I didn't know if they were going to dump it.
Why would they dump it? It's a great. Come on, I'll do it one more time. You ready?
Do it right there.
Yeah.
That's when men were men.
And sheep were nervous.
Hey, Kyle in Colorado, you're up next.
I didn't remember.
Hey, Kyle.
I don't know if I would have.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
We're good.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say about the intentional walk rule. I think you guys are overreacting a little bit.
Go ahead.
In my opinion, like, the intentional walks led to a longer game because Betts was 1 for 7. Freeman was 1 for 6 before that last at bat. So, like, they were walking it because the Dodgers offense wasn't doing anything. So that led to a longer game. If
Kyle,
they pitched to him, that game can end. And
Kyle, may I point out one little specific that you're leaving out? Freddie Freeman in each of his at bats in extra innings, where he was hitting lasers.
Yeah.
They were just being caught. One went to the track. One was an absolute, like, that one would have went through the wall, but it was caught. And then he hits the home run.
And
like,
I mean,
it's not like he was. They weren't dribbling grounders to. But they weren't dribbling grounders to first. They were making serious contact. That was
okay.
But you're right in what you're saying is that it still was an out, which means there was another inning to play. Right? I get what you're saying, but I still think it was
one more point about Ohtani.
Go for it,
if I may,
please.
In my opinion, when Ronald Acuna Jr. is going, he's the best player in baseball. That's just my opinion. He's only on the base pass. Ohtani's pretty good on the base pass, and like he could have been making a bigger impact when he was getting walked 5 times last night, in my opinion.
Well, he tried to steal. That was a again, if he had better balance, had some yoga.
Yeah, he was right there.
But Acuna Jr. done. Are you buying that one?
It's a take.
Interesting.
No,
it's words. The words were said.
Well, I
don't hate. He is very good.
He's a tremendous player.
But availability is your best ability again.
Well, and also, I mean, I just haven't looked up the stats to comp him to Shohei or Judge.
Yeah, give it time. In the meantime,
he's all right. So he's got a lifetime batting average of 289,
which is solid these days.
He's had a couple of 40 home run seasons,
right?
A couple of 100 RBI seasons, but I guess what makes him a little different because he's not the hitter overall that Ohtani and Judge is, but again, 73 stolen bases a couple of years ago. Led the league twice. He's led the league in stolen bases. Great on base percentage.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, he played 95 games this year.
There you go.
49 games the year before that.
Mm-hmm.
119. He missed 40 games in 22.
Yeah,
I mean he's played 817 games in 8 years. Like so that's an issue.
Guy's a rumor.
When you start selecting players, that's
what was that caller's name again?
That was Kyle.
Kyle really values base running. Like listen, I value base running. It's super important. He really values.
I don't
base
mind
running.
that. I do too. I don't mind.
But I think you'd have to really overvalue it to put Acuna Jr.
I don't. I mean, just jumping over Soto and going right to Acuna.
But that too.
In 2023, when he won the MVP,
that was a good year, Don.
Led the league in runs, led the league in hits, led the league in stolen bases.
No, it's a good year.
Yeah, he had an amazing year, and
Is that the World
played
Series year?
159 games, but
is that their World Series?
Did they
year?
win in 23?
They won in 21.
Okay.
And he's been an All-Star every year but 24 when he only played the 49 games. But that's what knocks him out to me.
Okay.
Is that right? He's only had 2 full seasons. He had 156 in 19 and 159 in 23. And that's been it.
Availability. You know who's always available to us? Danny on Long Island.
Hey, Danny.
What's up, Danny?
Well, it's an interesting conversation, but let me throw this into the mix. How about Raleigh? I mean, how? Because if you're going to go with the importance of the everyday player,
oh no,
how do you throw in the fact that Raleigh's the catcher? I mean, that's like field position times 2. So if he comes out and has a similar year than what all of them did this year, is he then not the most valuable because he's an everyday player and a catcher, switch hitter? So it's a beautiful conversation. I'll take any one of those 3 guys on my team if I had to start a franchise. You can't go wrong. Quite frankly, it's a crapshoot to use the word of the day. And I just
you roll the dice with any of the 3.
I
like that. The word of the day.
From Raleigh. I mean, this is an amazing year for him, and that's why I think he's got a chance at the MVP because he's a catcher. But I'm going to need about 3-4 more years, similar to this past one.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, this one can't be an outlier, Danny. Yeah. By the way, speaking of catchers, Will Smith caught 312 pitches in 6 hours last night.
Dude, can you imagine?
He's squatting for 6 hours.
Dude, imagine his knees.
And then they're like, well, he was 1 for 6. Like, dude, like he had no legs under him.
Guys, while I was listening to the crapshoot thing, I went on dictionary.com. You want to laugh? The definition of the word crapshoot, the sentence they used was, the Major League Baseball playoffs, which are ongoing, can be referred to as a crapshoot. Literally, that's exactly what it said.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So Cash, so the question is, if I don't call you an a-hole or whatever, but I tiptoe around and use the definition of the word, well, then I've used the word. So that's what it is, however you got around to it. And he's not wrong. The odd thing is that, the Dodgers went a long time without winning, too. They were always in it. And then one day I was completely bored. I went into a Richard Manhattan mode. For the Yankees to be in the playoffs for like the last 20 years and only win it once, if you said teams that made it to the playoffs had a 7-1 or an 8-1 odds of winning, the chances of the Yankees not winning in the last 16 years is less than 2%. So even though it is a crapshoot, occasionally you roll the 11 or you roll the 7. The fact that they haven't hit that is almost now astronomically mind-boggling numerical-wise, because the Dodgers, remember, they had epic failures, especially Kershaw. They didn't win. They were always there. But now they suddenly have the magic sauce, and his name is Ohtani, and a couple of bets. So the Yankees just haven't been able to get that secret sauce, but it's less than a 2% chance of being in the playoffs 20 years in a row and not winning it.
Danny, you know what you just did? You came up with the ultimate counter-argument to why Brian Cashman should no longer be general manager of the Yankees. Because the idea of this works, but when you get to October, anything can happen, but it wins every year, the counter is, no, that should have won by now.
And it hasn't.
It hasn't.
So what's up?
So something's wrong. And if the Dodgers are playing the same game and doing it better, then maybe you're really bad at picking players. And I think Danny just found the solution to our problem.
And see, the Dodgers...
I've found a lot of solutions over the years of many problems. I should be at the United Nations, I think.
Really? No, let's get you there.
The Dodgers are going to blow up the Yankees spot here.
Yeah.
Because what Brian will tell you is, and in some of the cuts that we played earlier from the K show, back this up, you build for the regular season. And then the postseason, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Smaller
Anything can happen is
the
what
analytics don't work in a smaller sample size the way they work over 162 games. And he will tell you, well, look at the Mets. 101 win season, under 500 the next year. Look at the Giants in between their championships. Look what's happened to the Braves last year. Look, the Blue Jays were in last place last year, and now they're in the World Series. The Dodgers blow that up because the Dodgers really haven't collapsed. The Dodgers have always been there. So they've been able to build for the regular season and the postseason. So they're showing you that you could do it. The Dodgers haven't bottomed out at all. They haven't had that 95-loss season, right? They've been consistently good. Now, money helps, but helps the Yankees too.
Right.
So the Dodgers kind of blow up that spot of they show you that you can build for the regular season and carry that over to the postseason.
But also, it should be noted, Roberts unquestionably manages, respectfully, with more gut than our guy Boone does.
It feels that way. It sure does.
It certainly feels like they're willing to say, hey, when you get there, we have all our numbers. You get into a wacky 18-inning game, you got us. And the Yankees have not done that. Now, it's interesting what Vaccaro said earlier. He doesn't think that Boone would really stray too far from what the Yankees do.
And I think that's why Boone fits everything here, because when he talks about collaborative decisions and stuff, I do think he's in on it, and I think he agrees to things, and that's just basically it. They are of the same mind, and that's why he's never going to lose his job.
Isn't it good business, though, whatever you do, whether it's doing a talk show, building a baseball team, is having someone that maybe thinks just a little bit differently? So we're all not just blind in the same corner, staring at the same empty space, that maybe there's somebody that comes in with a fresh idea, somebody that kind of looks at it at a little bit of a different angle. All right, maybe he gets outvoted, but at least give you a fresher perspective. That's what I thought the audit was going to do a couple of years ago, but apparently it was all a scam.
It did not work.
What it felt like.
But an audit company made money, which is good for them.
Yeah, good news.
It's starting an audit company. Think about it. How hard is it? You come in, you assess, you make criticisms, you leave.
Boom.
Right.
If it works or it doesn't work, that's not your problem. It's up to them to use any of your criticisms, right? It's easy.
And apparently this audit said, no, you're doing fine.
No, you guys are great. Everything's working out.
Trust us. Keep on doing it.
Done.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you coming up. 800-919-3776. We got a lot more to do with you, including lots of calls. Also, coming up, I think I'm going to do it next.
Interesting.
So the Knicks play in Milwaukee against the Bucks. You know the Giannis stuff is going to be a big part of the conversation. NBC has the game television-wise. We have it, of course, here on 880 on ESPN New York. But NBC has it, so no MSG tonight. But there's some information that I got about Giannis' situation in Milwaukee that if you're a Knicks fan, you want to hear because it at least gives you a frame of what to deal with as the rumors, will get loud throughout the season and you're going to hear things. This will help you understand better what the real conversation is going to be about. That's coming up next. Stay with us. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at Amazon.com/PickupMVP. That's Amazon.com/PickupMVP.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Murray to the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports. Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
A lot better.
But that always bothered me and Peter because that meant Michael had a great week picking his nose.
Yeah, no, Michael ruined the song.
This was what. That's right. I do remember this now.
Michael ruined the song.
He would play this if he had a good week of picks.
Yeah.
So this has
got one thing.
All right. So this is band 2 now. Can we come up with anything better? We got to come up with something better.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Is a Santana song. Winning.
Okay. Winning.
I'm winning.
Oh yeah, that's a great song.
I'm winning.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of Peter?
No.
Jake.
Yep. Get on that.
Get on it now. Winning.
It's a good
Santana.
song.
Winning
from
by
the
Santana.
Very early '80s.
Yep.
It's got a
God
little
bless.
bit of a. Oh, listen, Peter. Take it in.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of yacht rock feel to it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little yacht rock to it.
I'm not mad at this.
You don't know it?
No.
Oh, listen to it. Listen. Here we go. I'll pay the fine.
Oh, I'm in. It's a vibe. Okay.
So good.
We just got to move it to like the hook.
Yeah, the hook is.
Oh, really? I'm
want
enjoying this part.
But
this is going to be
ready. Here
our
it comes.
song winner.
Here it comes. It's vibey.
Yeah, this is
Not
ours.
mad.
We're taking this.
We're taking this. This is
All right,
ours.
It's ours now.
All right, let's get a drop of just that part.
I like what you've done.
Yeah, that's very good. You know what? If you're a YouTube TV customer,
You didn't hear that.
you might not. You could lose ESPN and the sports you love in good time.
Don't worry, no one on YouTube heard it either. Any of our YouTube.
That's killing me right now. Yeah, you could lose all this stuff like College Game Day, college football, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. So if you want to take action, do it now. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. Can we do a little Knicks preview driven by Ramsey Mazda?
Sure.
Because we have the Knicks and the Bucks tonight, and that game's in Milwaukee. So you know the conversation and what it's going to be about, of course. There's going to be a lot. It's on NBC. No MSG tonight. That's why I'm here and not in a suit. Very comfortable today, by the way.
Wait, so hold on real quick.
Yes.
Have the Knicks, the basketball thing this year, it's quietly become baseball already.
All the national stuff?
So they were Amazon Friday.
Let's see. So
and they're NBC today?
They were ESPN for the opener, but we shared that.
You shared it, okay.
Friday.
Side by side, they call it.
Friday was, Amazon.
Amazon, which means you're out.
We were out. Sunday was MSG.
Boom.
And tonight's NBC.
So 2 of 4.
Yep.
You would
well,
have
technically 3 national, because even though we went side by side, the rest of the country saw Knicks Cavs on ESPN.
Right, but I'm just talking about for the purposes of if you're a local person who pays for MSG.
Yeah.
You would have needed Amazon to watch Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and you either need your regular cable, which has NBC for tonight,
or Peacock,
or you need to pay for the.
Yeah, you do need to pay for it. Go ahead. You want to
pay for the Peacock.
You really want to.
Well, on my podcast, that's how I'd say it.
I wish it
Here,
did.
I couldn't do it. Pay for the Peacock.
It's after 5. It's almost 6. I think you can
it's
say.
like safe harbor hours.
It feels like it. Yeah. But because we're running out of time, let me just. So the Giannis stuff, to catch everybody up, you remember the Knicks reportedly had discussions with the Bucks in the summer about a trade for Giannis. The reports are Giannis only wanted to go to the Knicks. Neither side really was serious about a conversation because it was almost like a feeling out kind of process. At Media Day, Giannis said, I've said this many times, I want to be in a situation that I can win. After then he said, I'm locked in with the Bucks for now. He did say in 6 or 7 months, every middle schooler right now giggle. I know, 6, 7, I get it. But he said, in 6 to 7 months, I could change my mind. That's human. You're allowed to make any decision you want. Now, that was the money quote. Now, I talked to Bobby Marks, our good friend, of course, at ESPN, who is our front office insider for the NBA. And I just said, all right, so give me the breakdown with the Bucks and what they can do with Giannis and what's the timeline. So here's why he said 6 to 7 months.
All right, talk to me.
That's the end of the season.
Okay.
So while there's going to be a lot of, can the Knicks trade for Giannis? Can this team trade for Giannis before the trade deadline in February? It's incredibly complicated and probably not going to happen. It would it's really difficult. You'll need 3 or 4 teams. These are off-season type trades. But here's the other reason. Giannis has a player option for the 2027-28 season, which means he can wipe that season out and become a free agent in the summer of 27.
That's not next season.
That's not next summer. But here's the difference. He can walk after next season, which is why the Bucks have to know, will he sign an extension? The problem is they can't offer him an extension until October 1st of 26 next year. That's too late. You can't go into the season with him saying no, and then he walks at the end of that year. And you can't trade him in season because it's way too complicated. Because he's making $60 million.
Well, and at that
his
point,
new deal, by the way, that if he did sign with the Bucks, would be a 4-year deal. The average salary would be $68 million. That's a massive, massive contract.
Would that be the biggest?
No, I think some guys are already up at almost 70.
A year?
Yeah.
We're already there?
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting close. Yeah, I think Tatum's might be touching that realm.
No, Tatum's in low 60s, I think.
SGA might be heading there. Yeah, but anyways. So that's a massive contract. They'd need to know this coming summer.
But he's not going to take an extension from them.
No, but they need to know that.
There's no version of that.
They need to know that for sure. And then that's why next summer he'll see a whole season and say, you know what, I don't think we're championship caliber. I want to go somewhere I can win. And then therefore, that's when the Bucks then have to really get serious about moving him versus now where they don't have to.
But real quick.
So that's why any talk of trading for him in season, you're going to need 3 or 4 teams. It'd be very difficult to do while also maintaining a team that can win because he won't go to a team if the roster's now bare and because they traded everybody away.
So
anyways, that's the Knicks preview driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Is there a world in which the Bucks say to him, hey, dude, there's not going to be a situation in which we're able to figure out a trade for you? Let's just go for it as hard as we can for 2 years, and then you'll go on your merry way? Or are they going to say, we need to try to get value for him, so let's try to make some sort of trade happen where we get something back?
The issue was, I think this summer, was they almost did a show all right, we'll talk to the Knicks. We'll see what we can do. Oh, the Knicks weren't serious about trading for you because the Knicks knew they weren't serious. So the Bucks don't want to trade him, and it's a bad business decision to trade him now. You need him for this year. You got to stay competitive. You want to do what you can. You want to sell tickets, all that. You're not ready to blow up the team yet, but they know that day's coming. So do the Knicks, and that's why this whole thing won't be a thing until the summer. Now, the current Knicks, if they get to the finals, might make a case of don't blow this roster up. This team can win a championship.
Because to go for Giannis is to say we're scrapping what we did. We're doing a whole new thing.
You're ripping it to shreds.
It's a complete
So
redo.
That's why I think that's what makes this season even extra compelling. But I don't want fans to fall for every rumor through this season with the February trade deadline of this could happen in season and the Carmelo Anthony deal comes back to haunt some people. I firmly believe this is something that would not happen until the summer. And I gave you the reason why.
Now,
the Bucks are going to be forced to make a decision.
Speaking of Madison Square Garden, I have something to tell you.
What do you got?
Well, fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden.
I like that.
With me.
With you.
That's right. On my lap. Well, I don't know about that. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the suite. That's right. We got drinks. We got snacks. We have a toilet. It's all there.
And Peter's lap.
Hang out with me, Peter Rosenberg, on November. Well, listen, through November 7th is how you win. And then we will hang out at MSG for UFC on November 15th. That's UFC 322 to you and me. Bud Light, the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
Like you dream about, the 2 greatest words in sports. ENN next.
Well, did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. Traffic's pretty heavy in the Bronx on the Major Deacon southbound into the Cross Bronx. There's a crash there being cleared. And the Cross Bronx westbound White Plains Road out to the outbound GW Bridge is jammed up. Inbound, the bridge isn't bad. Heading out at both the Lincoln and Holland tunnels, there's a 15 to 20 minute delay. Inbound at the Lincoln tunnel, 15 to 20. And 15 to 20 inbound at the Holland if you use the 1-9 approach. Route 80 westbound off-ramp to exit 62 for the Garden State Parkway. That's partially blocked because of a crash in 208 and Franklin Lakes. Northbound into Summit Avenue, crash there. The right lane is blocked, and that's causing delays in the Palisades. Palisades Parkway northbound into exit 7. There's a crash blocking the left lane. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN, New York.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Just talking about how great Don LaGreca is.
The great Don LaGreca.
How great the great Don LaGreca is.
Thanks. His level of greatness. How about this? It doesn't know how great it can be yet.
No, he doesn't know.
The ceiling is the roof.
He doesn't know, and he doesn't think he knows, and that makes him dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Jacob, thank you. Can I get that Don? Thank you again for the compliment.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thanks.
it.
The soft one is even better.
Yeah. I just realized, though, I don't know what audio I have for everyone because, Alan, you have the audio. You have the ENN page in front of you? You sent
efforting.
You sent it to me on text or on email?
Efforting. I got ENN audio. There you go.
Right. Hold on, I got it now. I got it. Here it is. It's on my phone, so I know what to say now.
You tell me what to hit.
Right, here we go. I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Alan and myself. You need to pound it.
Pound it.
No, I think Alan's got it.
We're fighting right now.
But I liked it. I like to say good evening to myself. You suck, Busick.
Oh, my God.
When did that happen?
When did that happen?
By the way,
when did that happen?
Anthony. You suck, Busick. What makes it great is...
Wait, that has to be forever on our page now.
No, it's that is a forever... Anthony, did you know... Suck, Busick. Did you know that was a forever drop? For the second it happened?
Yeah.
Because Anthony...
Pound it.
Pound
You
it.
suck, Busick. Anthony said, here's what exactly happened. Don, you didn't remember what happened here?
No.
What happened was Anthony,
So
I explained that Passan couldn't come on the show. And then Anthony jumps in and goes, that's why nobody should ever give me credit for anything.
No, I did hear that.
So I, as a joke, said, you suck, Busick. And then he goes, thank you, I'm much more comfortable that way. So it was just just an inside joke, but now it's just it sounds like he got attacked on the street. Let me
Why would he take blame for Passan?
I know.
Tapping out.
It has nothing to do with it. Because Passan said yes, then said no.
Yeah, because the game went 18 innings.
And I get it. At first, he was just being polite, like, yeah. And then he waited an hour. I was like, I don't
They
want to do
realized,
this.
like, I'm shot. And
Yeah,
he had to do SportsCenter at 5.
Yeah, we saw the boy wonder up there.
Yeah. But that was at 5. That's different. Him having to do,
What were you going to have him on at what time?
4.
So, yeah, gave him an extra.
Get to the stadium early.
It gave him more time.
Let me just get settled. Right.
You know what I mean?
Got to talk to some people.
Let me say good evening to myself. I had texted him in our meeting when you and I were discussing Shohei Ohtani's size.
All right, just to be clear.
I don't see why that has to.
We weren't discussing.
Size doesn't. I don't understand.
It was height.
Yeah,
that's
but you're being
size.
filthy.
Yeah, you're being a filth bag.
Why am I being a filth bag?
Yeah,
Don't you
you're
have a
being filth
drop?
bag.
Don't you have a drop for that?
By the way, this morning on the group chat,
Yeah.
Hotel Don.
Oh no,
he was going there.
But I missed most of it. But then I just came back and said, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah, he was sending Richard pics.
You're a 6-star filth bag.
Thank you.
And then because I thought I told a pretty funny joke.
It was funny.
And it was like silence. So I'm like, all right, who's calling HR? So then I pivoted and said, no, I'm talking about this. And then I sent pictures of Dick Van Dyke, Dick Van Patten, and Dick York.
You're a filth bag.
You cleaned it up. But I missed what you even said about Richard Picks in the first place.
Yeah. I was in the midst of a workout. I almost fell off the Peloton.
Richard in Manhattan.
Hi, Richard.
Take it off. Take it all off.
You suck, Busick.
I really think You Suck Pusick has a chance to at least go Sweet 16.
That's the thing.
It really does.
But it's
It's
all
got
the
a
phrasing,
shot.
right?
It's
You
got a
suck Pusick is different than you suck Pusick.
No, it's you suck, Busick. It's very clearly you suck, comma Pusick.
Yes, but it sounds like
you're saying it's an activity.
Right.
No, it sounds like you're inviting an activity.
Right.
Done. You go over there. You go here. You suck Pusick.
Yeah.
That's
and we all know
what
what the
you were
and we all
giving
know
direction.
and the Pusick's the beard. So if you got that kind of fetish,
You need to pound it.
Pound it.
Do you see what's in my hand here? You see this hog that's in my hand here, Michael? We got to stop. All right.
It's not good.
By the way, I want you to
Don,
know
you remember what they said about how you all need to be in the same studio because the chemistry's never right when you're
Oh, yeah.
separate? Yeah, how'd that work out?
Here we are. Look at us. Don's
How's
in
that
Denver.
working out?
Ambassador Johnson?
And Dan. No, you know what the real problem is? I gave Alan control of the buttons for one day,
So
and he is
much fun.
he is going down the
This
rabbit
is
hole.
so much fun.
Yeah, it could be the end of the show. We don't even know.
It could be. But this is ENN.
this is ENN. Thank you,
Thank you.
Alan. This is ENN.
That's what it's supposed to be. All right, guys. Aroldis Chapman apparently hates the Yankees.
Yeah, how about that?
He did he went on the Swing Completo podcast.
Sure. I always listen.
And he said he would retire on the spot before ever playing with the Yankees again. I dealt with a lot of disrespect, Chapman said. I put up with lots of things. I knew that they just wanted to find a way to get rid of me, but they didn't know how. And I just dealt with it quietly, kept playing, and doing what I always do. He stressed that this issue is not with Aaron Boone or his teammates, but the Yankee bosses. I get along with all the players, never had a problem with anyone, and even the manager. We're friends and we talk everything. The bosses are the ones who made those decisions.
Gee, I wonder who he's talking about.
Yeah, me too. Who could that be?
Yeah, who could it be?
And I don't think he has to worry about ever coming back.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Well, baseball is weird in that way, right?
But it does show you why he took it very personal when he faced the Yankees. So
listen, it was tough, man. I mean, some of it's on him, but that's what happens when you don't do the job.
Right.
Devin Williams was saying just the other day.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, you guys remember when the Yankees were so desperate for pitchers, they went out and got Marcus Stroman, and then he fell completely on his face?
I got to tell you,
And then they
that
couldn't
happened.
Then they needed him. And then they were like, wait, before we kick you to the curb, can you stay for a little longer?
Just a second. All right, now you're gone. Thanks.
I was going to bring this up with Mike Vaccaro.
Vac.
You and me.
Again, no offense to NYCFC or the Liberty.
Okay.
But in the Big Four, we haven't had a championship since 2011, right? And we were talking about what's the missing secret sauce for the Yankees. And is it the pressure of New York? Like it's a thing, like especially in baseball. Like there's certain other, like there's pressure playing in a Canadian city in hockey, you know, maybe playing certain markets in football. But when you play in New York, man, there is a unique pressure to win. That maybe that's what's up, right? And you see it. Like Chapman comes here and he had a lot of problems. He's telling you he'll never go back because of how difficult it was to be here, and the pressure to win.
The demand.
The demand, right.
It's really a demand, and it's demand from the fan base, but very clearly, and this is some other receipts that we found, I should say, that Anthony found this morning, of Hal Steinbrenner calling seasons without a championship a failure.
Right.
So that's a standard that you can't say, well, Yankee fans, they have this crazy standard. No, it's what they set, and we follow it as, okay, well, this is what you're saying, so we're expecting this then. And some players probably are like, damn, it's championship or fail in that place. And I'm not around. There are some guys that don't want to be around for that.
I know. And, you know, we spent a lot of time talking about if you win here, you won't pay for a meal forever. But it's more likely you won't win, and your life will be a complete nightmare. You get dragged through the mud on the back page of the paper.
So in other markets, they won't name a candy bar after you. But you'll probably be lauded as a hero just for playing on the hometown team.
And doing well. And just do decently.
Yeah.
Show up to your job. People love you.
By the way, sweep St. Anthony's. Moving on to the semifinals.
Wow. There we go.
Let's go, baby. All right. Just got the update.
We talking volleyball?
Yeah. Just got the update. The girls are moving on. Way to go, Gracie.
Look at that.
Just throwing it out there.
Congrats.
Yeah.
This is already the end of the year. Yeah, I guess we're getting the end of the fall season.
Senior year, man. Tear in my eye. I'm not going to get to see her last games. I'll be here with you guys instead. So I'm just getting videos.
Take it. If they make the finals, you got to go.
Yeah.
Finals are there's a Knicks game that night. No chance.
Oh. Well, it's a different
so don't blame
story
us
than
then.
what you said.
Yeah. Is you see that, Don?
Yeah.
He made it sound like it was about us. It sounds like he's going into business for himself.
Couldn't be that today.
You should have done the show from right there.
Mm-mm.
Right in the stands.
So I'm getting videos. It's the same.
Was the game was on your phone live, right?
It was on YouTube.
During breaks, you were able to watch?
It was on YouTube, yes.
So we're competing with them.
We were. There was an audience.
Who had more views?
I was the second viewer on the video. I think the first was whoever was actually streaming.
Was streaming, and you guys were the people taking it in.
It's fine. I'm very happy for her, though.
You know what the difference is, though?
What?
This is going to come as a surprise. You, the other viewer, and this is make of it what you will, was Steve Brzezinski. That was the crazy part.
Which is odd.
Yeah, which is troubling in some ways. It was just you and Brzezinski watching the game, but deal with that later. All right, the Saints will start rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shog.
No.
Tyler Shuck.
Shuck, yeah.
Tyler Shuck is going to start against the Rams with Spencer Rattler remaining on the bench. All right? God, they got some quarterbacks over there. Now,
anybody but Rattler.
But Shuck is supposed to be a guy.
Sure.
And
there's some question marks in the offseason, but this is a guy. He could be a guy.
He could be a guy, but keep in mind, like I said, they're 1-7. The Jets are 1-7. And listen to what Mel Kiper said on DNR.
Look at you.
About the quarterbacks in the upcoming draft. And if you're fighting for a number one pick, you might want it.
It may end up being just Fernando Mendoza, because I've said all along, I think Dante Moore, and I think that Ty Simpson and Lenora Sellers and Sam Levitt and John Mateer and all these quarterbacks should go back. Field Yates said yesterday in our podcast, the First Draft podcast, he had spoken to people in the league that think the intel that they're getting is that those quarterbacks will be going back. Now, I haven't heard that in the definitive. I don't think you can be that definitive yet, but Field's hearing that from his sources in the league. We were talking about that with mine the other day, and again, you look at, if it's just Fernando Mendoza, that's one quarterback. I mean, maybe in the first round, there's going to be one quarterback. That's it for all these quarterback-needy teams.
That's not good news. So, Don, you can yell at me all you want about the importance of winning and finishing 2-15. But I'm telling you, if there's only one quarterback available in this draft and you don't get him, then this really is a failed season.
Maybe. Because what if that quarterback gets selected and he's Ryan Leaf? Then you can be thanking your lucky stars you didn't draft him.
I guess.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Doesn't sound like it's a great crop.
No.
No one seems to be like going crazy over what's available.
It's not a crop, it's crap.
Crap.
By the way, do you hear how he pronounces league? Lig?
Oh, yeah.
In the lig?
He says lig.
He does lig.
He does say.
And that's not right.
What accent
It's not
is that? I don't even know what accent. He said it in that one?
In the lig.
He said it in that clip?
Yeah.
Can I hear it again?
I can find it. I moved
Oh, is
back.
it gone? Oh.
And then, no, just in the very beginning. I don't want to be too long.
It may end up being just Fernando Mendoza, because I've said all along, I think Dante Moore, and I think that Ty Simpson and Lenora Sellers and Sam Levitt and John Mateer and all these quarterbacks should go back. Field Yates said yesterday in our podcast, the First Draft podcast, he had spoken to people in the league that think the intel that they're getting is
people in the league.
People
he's
in
from
the league.
Baltimore. Is that a Baltimore accent?
Yeah.
By the way, I think it is.
Yeah, that's a.
In Baltimore, they say weird things like Balmore. Balmore.
Yeah.
Although it's interesting because, in Pittsburgh, they call the grocery store Giant Eagle the Gint Eagle. And lig kind of sounds like eagle.
Yeah, that's like I thought that was Western Pennsylvania.
But
lig.
I guess, but you know
saying
what?
lig.
But that's Baltimore, Western,
Is it?
Western Pennsylvania, Jay.
Yeah. Okay.
You know when you think about
Mid-Atlantic. I got it.
Yeah, steel towns, hardworking, Middle America.
Sure.
But Mid-Atlantic America, I should say.
Exactly.
I love the Mid-Atlantic area.
I'm here with my family in Baltimore. This is why I don't like when people say I'm from Baltimore. It's such a weird delineation they don't understand. Because when you say you're from Maryland, what you usually mean is
crab cakes and football.
That's how Maryland does. You usually mean, like me, you're from the D.C. area, but you're from Maryland. Because if you're from Baltimore, you'll usually say, I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah.
But if you're from Maryland, I mean I'm from outside D.C.
Yeah, you're more specific to region.
But when they say, "Oh, Peter, you're from Baltimore, right?" I go, "No. That is the exact equivalent of someone grew up in Manhattan and they go, "But you're from Jersey, right?" It's, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Wow, that's
interesting.
Oh yeah, I don't associate with Baltimore. Now I like to take. I like to go to Baltimore to go to an Orioles game. But that was like a thing. It was 45 minutes. You get in the car, you drive on the 95, you go up to Baltimore, you take in the game. Back in the day at Memorial Stadium, now beautiful Camden Yards, but it's not home.
And you leave like your hair's on fire. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
What
are they? Their selection.
Give me the top 10.
It's their customer service.
2.
And it's their savings. I'll give you 3.
I need 7 more for this to work for me.
All right, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for just $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN 390557. MSRP $32,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 10/31/25.
You suck, Busick.
More ENN?
Yeah, I'm tweeting out the link
to it. It's so good. It's going to make a run. It's a 1 seed. It's a 1 seed.
I don't know. You think it's a 1? I think
it's a 1 seed.
I tell you what, it's a lock for Sweet 16. It's a lock for Sweet 16, right? This is one of those that it's starting the season off hot, and it feels like, it's going to be a top 10 throughout the season. I don't know if it's a 1 seed.
I'm looking right now. I'm scrolling back in the chat to see how people reacted to the. You suck, Busick. To see how people reacted. People seem to enjoy it.
Okay.
And I want to check in early on though with Anthony, because we could start off thinking this is great, and down the line,
and this
he could
is
go,
just hurting him.
Deep down the line, he goes, "You know what? I'm not a huge fan of this."
On a Talk About It Tuesday, he's going to bring this up.
Yeah,
No,
let's
get it out now.
I hope he knows that this is all in love.
Well, listen, we'd hope so. Anthony, let's check in. How do you feel about this drop?
Oh, it's hilarious.
You're good with it.
You love it.
You knew the tone in which it was said.
You
suck, Busick. All right.
With hate.
See, don't do that.
See, no, that's what he starts. That's how it starts, and then it builds from there.
No, he likes it because he believes he does suck.
Don figured it out.
Which is the opposite, of
God,
course,
he is
because we all
so
know he
It is
doesn't
the
suck.
absolute opposite.
Yes,
he's incredible.
He is the best.
Because here, if we felt that way, we would do what we normally do, and that's go behind that person's back directly to management.
You know what?
Right, have them removed.
Yes.
They call that a Michael K. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, be careful.
No, I'm just kidding. By the way, you missed the K-Ster today, Don.
Yeah.
And I saw he's got a little
look at his beard.
going,
His
huh?
beard.
Yeah, he's
got a rugged look about
him. LaGreca adjace, some would say. Well, it's a very white beard now.
Yeah, it is.
It's a full-on. He would grow into full Santa.
He could probably. Yeah, he does have a little bit of pepper in there.
You see pepper?
A little bit.
No, it's very salty.
It is, but
that's salt. I love salt. Trust me.
I do you now?
Yeah, I need a glass of water. That I'm telling you.
Wow.
Well, that's just...
What do you mean? Loving salt is something. Everyone loves salt. You don't love salt?
No, but the picture that you painted of like sucking on Michael's beard.
That's, I guess. Well. You know what? I got to tell you, I want to take this moment and say that you're right.
Please
that is a weird thing that I chose to do.
Can I say, listen, I'm not tapping out of ENN just yet.
Not yet.
The hell?
But we haven't done one thing, and it's the best ENN of the month, at least. Maybe.
But we do have to do the Virginia coach. Can you do that one at least? Football.
Yeah. Here we go.
Foosball. Because Don has to hear this. He's got to hear this.
I'm getting there.
The logic. It's the most convoluted logic, but yet it works.
I don't think I have it, so why don't you just tell me what it is?
Wow.
Well,
it's there.
I have
it
the
is?
audio.
Right there in red.
I have the audio.
No, the audio, but you have it on my page?
But you don't have the,
yeah.
You don't want to set it up?
I'm here with my family.
Let's hear from Tony Elliott.
All right, so Tony Elliott is the coach of Virginia, and he's discussing like you're trying to build culture.
Sure.
And your players caring about each other. So he tells a story about something that he did in the very beginning to show this is how you show you love each other and will give it all you got on a 4th and 1.
Every day on my way out to practice, I'd be the last one out the building by design, and then I'd walk through the restroom area in the locker room, and I'd count the number of urinals where the toilets weren't flushed. And I would tell the guys, we can't win if we don't flush the toilets. And they're looking at me like, huh? Like, why does that even matter? I said, well, if you don't have enough respect to flush the toilet for your teammate, how are you going to die for him on 4th and 1? You're not. Those little things lead to big things. And as we started to learn that, then you started to see the connection grow even stronger.
So who knew? All it was about was flushing the toilets. And don't do it with stuffing paper towels down it because then the bathroom's just completely shut down.
I get what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But if you know that you're going to go public with it, you got to change it. Like that might be the absolute true story.
Yeah.
But you got to come up with something better than that.
I mean, you're basically telling the world your team is like a bunch of degenerates who don't flush the damn toilet.
There's a lot.
And where are we? They have to flush themselves. They don't have automatic toilets there.
Well, that's another great example.
It's Virginia.
NIL, but we can't get self-flushing toilets.
Was that that was UVA?
Yeah.
Well,
it's Chris Candy's school,
Charlottesville.
What are we doing? So anyway, that's it. You can't win if you don't flush the toilet.
Listen,
and if you're the Jets, all you've been is going down the toilet.
It's Virginia, man. You never know. Virginia's a lot like Baltimore. Don't ever confuse me from being from there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
Respect. Wow.
I used to be on the radio there, but that's it. These people aren't flushing.
It's quite a line.
These Virginians aren't. Oh, it's a huge line.
It's quite an image.
It's a bar.
It's quite an image. The head coach has to walk through the bathroom,
check the urinals,
and check all the toilets because he knows his players just don't even are too lazy.
But by the way, he said
to just let them flush.
But this is important. He specified urinals. Flushing a urinal doesn't have nearly the same significance as not flushing a toilet.
Well, he's saying it's a courtesy to the next person who's going to use it.
And it is. But like urinals, you don't have the same revolting experience. If someone just peed in a urinal, it's not flushed. You don't flush a toilet, it's worse.
Yeah, I guess.
That's just my personal preference.
I love the story. I love the message. It's just, I'm with Don.
It's a little specific. Now,
that's probably what I would have kept
real
in-house.
quick, before we put a ball on this thing.
No, yeah.
I meant to yesterday during ENN give Cooper Flagg props.
How about that?
For having a great game 2 nights ago. Had that incredible dunk. He had 22 points, 10 boards. Mm-hmm. And for the record, as much as I talk trash about Duke, I when I was on First Take this past summer, I said I expect Cooper Flagg to be a ready rookie. Like he is going to perform immediately. Unlike anything we've seen in a while.
He's good. But he's not VJ Edgecombe.
However, he's also hurt. He injured his left shoulder on the opening possession of Monday night's loss to the Thunder and spent the vast majority of the game and crunch time watching from the bench on a coach's decision. Finished with 2 points. So not exactly what you want there in Game 3.
It's early. But I'm telling you, the Sixers have something special in Edgecombe. That kid he's box office.
Dude, so Maxey had 43 and 8 assists.
Yep.
Edgecombe had 26 and 7 assists.
Yeah.
And the Sixers, and I said that we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Just like the Knicks are going, it's our year. The Sixers are saying, oh, no, this is our year.
Well,
the East is open.
Yeah. Now, Embiid's playing like bogus minutes. Like they're just putting him out there because they have to, but he can't move. He's a statue right now. Physically terrible.
Will he be able to get back in any way?
No, you can see it's over. You can see it's shot. He's shot. Wow. Paul George is the guy to watch. But how does Paul George handle being a guy that's used to having the ball in his hands all the time? With these two, this backcourt, they're nasty. I'm telling you. The Sixers are not going to be easy to play against, but I don't know,
if
how
they have
much.
enough.
Yeah, they might not have enough right now, but man, they're not going to be trash.
That'll do it for ENN. You suck, music. No. On this beautiful Tuesday evening, I forgot to check last night. Did the Celtics get their first dub of the year?
Yes, they did.
There you go.
Yeah, and Jaylen Brown.
Thought about picking him for a hardwood.
Jaylen Brown once again smeared some of the hair stuff on a player.
All right.
On the
We got to talk to my guy about
it. I'm telling you, it happened. Go check it out. Jake, you saw it, right? You see the video?
Yeah, I don't know why
on his
he
shoulder.
makes so much money. You just couldn't.
Unreal.
Just go get it done.
Like at some point, guys guarding him are gonna be like, can you just stay back a little bit?
Can't you just go to Turkey?
Exactly.
In the off season and get it done?
Could have.
Get her Dean.
Do whatever LeBron did.
As a wise man once said, get her Dean.
Well, we've got calls to get to 800-919-3776. We're going to talk to you. It's not time for a last call crew yet.
No.
But we're almost there. So stay with us. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, two powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
All right, let's get to some calls. 800-919-3776. So Matt is calling from Australia.
Ah.
Hello, Matt.
G'day.
Good day.
How you guys going?
We're doing well.
I'm just I'm cool. I listen to you guys live, but I got to listen to Michael on the podcast because it's too early in the morning over here. But I just haven't heard from Richard in a couple of weeks. I was just wondering where he's got to.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Matt, as you stay listening, because Richard in Manhattan is joining us now. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Alan, Don, Peter. Scherzer was impressive last night. He'll start Game 7. I was more impressed with Yamamoto Game 2, complete game shutout, 105 pitches, than I was with Ohtani yesterday. That's my opinion.
You know, he was also in the bullpen, ready to pitch inning 19, which is incredible.
The biggest star on television yesterday, you have not mentioned. Peter, and I'm shocked that you didn't. Sandy Koufax, 90 years old.
He was there.
He looked 75. He didn't do anything to his face or anything. He looks fantastic. That guy looks great, 90 years old.
And who's the celebrity that always sits right behind home plate? What's her name? Mary Hart. Mary Hart. She looked great.
She's up there, maybe 85.
But she looked great too.
Mary Hart's 85?
Probably.
Yeah.
And she was right there.
Listen, Michael Kay kept saying you're being robbed of Ohtani getting at bat. True, but he gets on the base. And that's a lot of the fun, watching him on base.
True.
So it's not a total washout. That game yesterday was all about the field. The runners, the fielders, that kid Edmund made that play.
He made a couple of
that
great
was
plays.
Jeter-esque. When he slid it, the right angle, picked the ball up, threw a P to third base. That was unbelievable.
How about the relay? The relay from Hernandez that they get the out at home. That was an unbelievable relay.
What about the play by Muncy? I've never seen that in 65 years of baseball.
Yes.
He had the presence of mind to stand on third with his right foot, wait for the ball to get. Never seen that. Ask any baseball expert. I wish you'd ask Joe Torre if he's ever seen that in his 80 years of watching baseball.
Ball rolled right to him. Yeah.
Alan, you mentioned Edgecombe. He did what Michael Jordan, Elijah Wan, Shaq, name them. LeBron, nobody did in 65 years since Will Chamberlain. But there's a reason for this. You got to think about it. Edgecombe scored 34 points on the first time he set foot on an NBA court. Now you say 34 points. That's what I did. I said, how could 34 points be the only amount of points that a rookie ever scored? That's because in the old days, and they're not that old, Giannis, Michael Jordan, all those guys, they weren't allowed to. When you set foot the first time on an NBA court, and this record will be broken next year, if not in the year after. But isn't it amazing? 65 years, nobody ever scored 34 points on the first time they set foot on the bed. I find that amazing. It made me think, and I knew it, but I didn't know exactly until I thought about it.
I thought it was in Sixers history.
No, he didn't say it. Since Will Chamberlain.
But why did you not allowed to? Do you mean figuratively not allowed to? Like it's frowned upon?
Because veterans would.
Peter, you didn't just rush on the court. You had to. Michael Jordan didn't do anything in the beginning. I mean, the first 20 games, but right after that. Alan, have you seen Twin Towers like Holmgren and Hartenstein since Sampson and Olajuwon? Has there been anyone in between?
I mean, as effective as those two when they play together, that's very effective because the league had gone small, and so it's the league is now getting tall again, and that the emphasis on using tall players. I mean, the Knicks are trying it. If they could ever get Mitchell Robinson on the court,
then they'd have a couple
similar and Towns
maybe
at 7 feet. So it's
Fellas,
becoming
I'll
a
leave
thing.
you with this one.
Okay.
You can each answer this as I hang up.
Sorry, I took too long on that.
Montana and Young, or Favre and Rodgers?
Ooh, yeah.
I'll hang up, fellas.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Richard. All right. Go ahead.
Well, it's a little different.
Which is a better?
It's a little different.
One to the other combo.
Montana and Young.
I mean, Montana and Young.
It's
trophies.
Montana and Young are better because Montana is better than Favre. Done. And Young at this point is him and Rodgers are comps. I mean, Rodgers is a more impressive thrower than Steve Young, but Steve Young had certainly as good a career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think
Steve has 2 Super Bowls done.
It's just
one.
He has the one, but it's when you look at longevity though. Favre to Rodgers is. Are we talking? It's like more than. It's 25 years of football. Like when it comes to with one franchise.
Yeah, and Love is
one to the other.
Yeah, and with the exception of like 2 games, Love is the only other quarterback. It's absolute madness. In fact, I
find that to be incredibly compelling.
Oh, me too. Someone in my college group chat today, was it them? Someone sent it to me in a chat. The list of quarterbacks. Oh yeah, here it is. No, sorry, it was Ballard in my other chat.
Oh,
look, NFC North quarterbacks. It's Don. It says NFC North quarterback since 1992. Minimum 10 games played.
It has each team across the top, and then down is the list of the quarterbacks. The Packers list is 3.
It's 3. The Lions one, for example, includes Rodney Peete and Tommy Kramer, and Jim McMahon for a moment. Remember Harrington?
Joey,
the great Joey.
Yeah,
what about the
Oregon,
great
right?
John Kitna, like you dream about?
Oh, yeah, John Kitna.
Dan
Had that
Orlovsky.
jersey. Yep. We love Dano.
The Bears includes...
Well, that's list.
Kramer again. Kramer's on every team. Except you got Grossman, you got Chris Chandler, you have Cade McNown.
Of course you do.
It goes on and on with all these teams. The Vikings have McMahon. Why is McMahon on every team?
He's on every team.
You have Bridgewater. You have Case Keenum. You have Gus Frerotte. You have Dante Culpepper. It goes on and on. The Packers. Favre, Rodgers, Love. Done.
Bang. Yeah, it's
done.
Pretty
the
incredible.
Steelers coaches and the Packers
Yeah,
quarterbacks
there you go.
are absolutely insane.
The shortest lists in football.
Now, Edgecombe, 3rd all-time in a debut with 34 points.
Okay.
Wilt Chamberlain has the record with 43 in his debut in 1959.
Remember, Chamberlain was also like 25 and had already played with the Globetrotters for like 3-4 years.
And then Frank Selvey had 35
Sure
and
did.
54.
Yeah.
So it's
Chamberlain was last though.
So it's the most in since 1959.
That's what he said though. He said in 64 years. So he got that part right.
He was right.
But I disagree with the part when he said, Don, and I'm sure it'll get broken next year. I don't think that's a guarantee someone's dropping 40 on opening night.
And we should all apologize to Mary Hart.
She's 74.
On November 8th, she'll turn 75. So she's far from
Who said she was 80?
Richard said she's getting up there. She's like 85.
Well, that was Richard.
Everybody's like,
I don't know. I thought she looked great.
That comes out of his mouth, so that's why I laid out.
He had it, Don. He had it last week. You remember, Don, last week he called, and then in the middle, we have a drop of it. In the middle,
we do?
Someone in the chair, it sounded, in his practice, started trying to talk to us. You remember that, right?
Alan wasn't here for that, right?
No, he was.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Remember he was saying, who's this? Hello?
Who's this? Who's this?
It was unreal.
And then he just started over again.
So
like
Don
he rebooted.
So then you got...
Bert Jones was better than Andrew Luck.
Who is this? Is this
Want to clean something up, you guys?
Who is this?
I'm trying to clean something up.
So,
he just say, I'm trying to clean
that poor guy's teeth.
up.
Yeah, go clean the guy's teeth. So Don, if you recall, he had already made like 2 points. Then he got interrupted by his very rude patient. And then he rebooted and went back a point and kept going.
Get close him out. I'll give him water and I'll say, here, rinse out.
He called an hour later, I thought, to apologize. When I picked up the call, Don, he went full reboot and started at the beginning of all of his points from earlier.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
None
of it good.
Let's take Rick.
I got one quickie.
Rick in Neptune. Hey, Rick.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good.
Big Rick.
I just wanted to congratulate Don and just say, man, how great of a job you've been doing so far with the Devils. It's great to see, as a Devils fan, you back on the right side, and you've been bringing a lot of good luck to the team so far. I enjoy the catchphrase at the end of the game. I hope they stick another pitchfork in them tonight. But I got a couple of questions I want to ask you about the Devils. Trying to bring some Devils hockey talk to New York Sports Radio 98.7. Let's go. Man. So obviously very excited for the start of the season, and it's like dumb early. But should we get excited? Is this a fluke? Are the Devils legit? Like, are they a Stanley Cup contender? And do you think there's a possibility that they might think about going all in and trying to acquire Quinn Hughes and have maybe all three Hughes brothers playing on the same team?
Well, Quinn Hughes is going to be tough because he's going to need a contract, and the Devils are going to have, already paying a lot to Jack and already just gave a contract to Luke. So I think there's the possibility of it, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. He's got a couple of years left on his deal, so we'll see. Yeah, they're in, man. Listen, they've won 8 of their first 9 in what was supposed to be a gauntlet for them. This will be a tough one tonight to play a really good team in Colorado in this road trip. But, guys, everything is really working for them. They've scored the most goals per game in the league, and their number one goaltender has played all of 2 periods in this 8-game winning streak. And their blue line, they took a hit with Pesce, going to be out for a month. But Nemitz has been terrific for them. Hamilton's been a machine on the power play. Luke Hughes looks like he didn't even miss camp. There's a lot to be excited about. It's early. It's a long season. And we know being the best team in the regular season sometimes doesn't mean anything once you get to the postseason. But right now, it feels like it's legit. It really does.
They're a fun team.
To a team that's got their number in Carolina.
Now, Don, you call the game, so you're into it, of course, right? But as, to me, a casual viewer, I love hockey. You know that. I've been watching it my whole life. And I find them, and I've never, there's been years where I've never said this about the Devils. They are really fun to watch. The way they move the puck, they have incredible chemistry. The passing is really good. They are always, it just feels like they control possession, which is always important in hockey, of course. They look like a team that was ready for the season. And they are fun to watch. They score goals. They generate offensive chances that are exciting. They are legit. The question that he asked was, are they legit? Yeah, this is legit. Got to stay healthy. The goalie thing was the concern, right? But first of all, Jake Allen's been good, but the offense has been good enough that any goalie probably could stand up because you're getting a lot of offensive, you get a lot of support. But they are fun to watch, and that tells you all you need to know about whether or not it's legit.
Well, they can roll 4 lines. They're deep on the blue line. Their goaltending is deep. And I'm telling you, they've never been this good offensively. I know that 2000 team had Arnott and Eliash, but
I covered that team.
Jack Hughes, if he could stay healthy. We didn't even bring up Jesper Bratt, that's got more points than anybody on the team. Mercer is a really good player. This Gritsuk they got from the KHL He's got a ton of points early in the season. No, this is good.
When he scores, he celebrates, man.
It's a different team than we've seen them protect leads by trapping. Their best defense has been their offense. They possess the puck. They don't even win faceoffs, and they still have the puck all the time. They hound you. The word that I heard Kenny use, that they hunt the puck. They're all over you, and they can skate. And even I was talking to Jared Bednar today, coach of Colorado. They will skate you. Well,
that doesn't count.
What?
That doesn't count.
He did. That's a drop. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no.
I say I talk to a coach, and you guys do the drop on me, but
I didn't say that counted either.
But I'm talking to the coach the Devils are playing. I needed to add context to my information.
What's his name again?
Jared Bednar.
That's right.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Now, by the way, Don, you know what?
That's a name drop. It's
a bad one. No,
it's like a feather floating to the ground.
Yeah, it's the plastic bag in American Beauty.
Alan, there's a great fun. I flew to Calgary once, sitting next to Jared Bednar's brother.
Wow.
And I brought that up to Michael. And it was like I swore at Michael. It's like I offended him with the information I gave.
What, you mean it was such a waste of his time?
Yeah, I just wasted his time.
I mean,
he did not care.
I hear him. Now, I realized something just in this conversation too, Don?
That we're really late?
Yes, but Alan, for the drinking game of things Alan says, we have to add as one of the squares him referencing that he used to cover it in hockey.
Yeah.
That has to be
that is a thing.
You know, when I was covering the NHL.
It's amazing. I think every hockey parent I've ever met gets sick of that. Because they'll talk about something like, oh, yeah, I covered him. Oh, yeah. Like it's just,
and by the way, I get it. It's a big part of your life.
It was a huge part of my life.
We got to add it to the show.
But that's a fair one. Very much. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree.
That's how I felt about Jared Bednar.
And that's how I feel about this segment. But we have one more to go. What does Don call it? The caller?
Last call crew.
Last call crew. 800-919-3776. How many calls can we get in before we get to Pat O'Keefe? Stay with us. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
That 3 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new Parlay Zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24th, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. and then won 48-41 in double overtime.
Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple. Packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle, you'll get as much caffeine as 12-ounce premium coffee with 0 sugar and also 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
All right. Guys, ESPN New York is giving you the chance to experience UFC 322 at MSG on November 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest will score tickets to the ESPN New York suite, hosted by moi. Enjoy the energy of the Guard and the comfort of a private suite and the world-class UFC action alongside yours truly, Peter Rosenberg. To enter, find the contest tile on the ESPN New York app. Submit your entry. It's all brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of UFC.
Hey, guys, Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey.
It?
Because when it's game time...
It's Tully time.
It's Tully time.
Wilma knows. The Knicks visit the Bucks. We have coverage that comes on after Pat O'Keefe. Pat O'Keefe is next, and then he leads us right into that coverage on 880 at 7:30. 8 o'clock tip-off, by the way. Note the start time. It's in Milwaukee. You can hear coverage of World Series Game 4, Ohtani on the mound after an epic game last night. You can listen to that on the ESPN New York app. Following Knicks coverage on 880, they will pick up the game joined in progress. Rangers and the Canucks. Coverage starts on 10:50 a.m. at 9:30 p.m. Don is on the call in Colorado with the Devils at 9 on MSG TV. The Islanders visit the Bruins in Boston at 7:15. And NYCFC kick off their MLS Cup playoff run in Charlotte at 6:45. We got a busy night tonight. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew, honey, during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
The NHL has the Frozen Frenzy today, so all 32 teams in action, and they're spreading all the games out. So believe it or not, here we are at, 10 minutes to 7, already 4 games underway. After one, Flyers Penguins tied at 1, Flames up 1-0 on the Leafs, Hurricanes already up 1-0 on the Golden Knights, and they just dropped the puck in Buffalo. So there's hockey all over the place.
That's a great idea.
No, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Great idea. You know who else we enjoy? Griffin in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Griff?
What's up, Griff?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
I have a baseball point, but Don, maybe you can do a 3-leg parlay. I know it's too late because the game started, but maybe you can pick some of the other games that haven't started that you think are going to win today.
Well, Anthony
with the hockey, or
Anthony made a pick on every game today. Maybe Anthony, you want to share how you're doing so far? Great.
Yeah, I just got to pull it up.
While he pulls that up, I didn't understand in the 10th inning yesterday why they waved home Snyder when Lucas had that double. I feel like they should have maybe seen what would have happened, because on deck was Guerrero.
I know,
so
that was
let's say they intentionally
being aggressive.
Guerrero.
Being aggressive.
Then you gotta force the Dodgers pitcher to throw a strike. I think they were like, oh, let's get a run here. Let's put the pressure on the Dodgers. I think they got two. They wanted, like you said, Alan. They were being aggressive. They wanted to push it.
Griff, again, the Blue Jays always have been aggressive on the base paths. They put pressure on your defense. That's how they play. It's just who they are, and in that moment, it got them. Thanks, Griff.
Give the Dodgers credit, man. They made all the plays. I forget who it was that got thrown out at third. That one I got because there was less than 2 out. You don't want to be the first or the last out at third, but he was the second out, and it was a bang-bang play, make him throw a perfect throw, and he did. But the play at home, he was out by a mile.
Yeah.
So there was no chance.
Still,
even a bad throw, I still think they got
that play was still that was a great relay.
No, it was terrific.
Hey, YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. We keep on with the calls. We got Eric in Brooklyn. Hey, Eric.
Hey, gentlemen. How you doing?
Good.
I've been with you all. So, Don, you're going to be – so this is Eric. My dad's the Sharks fan. it's the story I've told you over the past few months.
Yes.
I love that you're going to be in San Jose on Thursday. But I told Anthony, storybook ending to this family chapter. My daughter and I were in MSG last Thursday when the Sharks beat the Rangers 6-5, and Celebrini had a hat trick.
Yes.
So it was phenomenal.
Wow.
Then I go up to Ithaca on a bus to see my dad on Friday. He's in an assisted living home. So I see him on Saturday morning, and he's in a horrible mood. And I said, Dad, what's up? What's up? And he's like, you saw a horrible game. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, it was 5-0. I said, what do you mean? He goes, it was 5-0. That's what it said on the bottom of the ticker. I'm like, oh, Dad, your eyesight's so bad.
Oh,
that,
no.
That deal was a sick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
He thought, he was like, oh, my God, you and my granddaughter saw a horrible game. I'm like, no, it was a great game.
I'll tell you, it's a shame he can't watch them now, man, because they are really a fun, exciting team.
Got to
They're
get him
loaded
center
with
ice.
Young, Celebrini's great. They've got a Will Smith. He's 19, 20 years old. They've got a really fun team. They're not ready yet, obviously, but they're still fun to watch.
ESPN Plus has all of it, right? Couldn't he watch?
He was, I guess, because it's just too late for him.
Maybe that's what. Yeah,
but you know what? They were here on the East Coast, and the games were I don't know the whole structure there, but that's a shame. He thought that they lost 5-0. They won 6-5.
Yeah. Well, let's sneak one more in here. We go up to Montreal to talk to Brody. Brody, we got like 30 seconds for you. Go.
Take us home, baby.
Yes, listen, I love you all, but this one's for Donnie. Donnie, I listen to Rangers because of you. I wasn't a huge hockey guy. And Devils, my only New Jersey team for any pro sport, I'm all in, baby. Did ESPN make the biggest mistake by not getting you? Man, I love ESPN, but they missed out, and it's our win for New Jersey. Great job, man.
Well,
Thanks, Brody.
I'm having fun. Thank you for the compliment.
Well, ESPN didn't lose out yet.
No.
There's still time.
You can do both.
He still works here. There are people who do both.
And there's time. I mean, it's Peter. It's emerging.
The time?
I would say it's swelling. It's growing. Yeah.
I don't understand.
No, we back to the Ohtani's size.
You're a six-star filth bag.
No, I'm talking about Don's profile. What do you think? What were you talking about?
That's the thing, Don. See, when it happens with me, Don, it's organic. It's like it just happened. He's a disgusting animal.
You're a filth bag.
Have a great call tonight,
Yeah,
Donnie.
have a great call. We'll be listening.
Talk to you from
It'll be
San
a lot
Jose
of fun.
tomorrow.
And you will be in San Jose tomorrow.
You on the
Did you
team
know
plane?
women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways